Shout out to the one person that's up in here. I just hope that it's not. Oh man, empty. Okay. Brought to you by lack of water. Okay. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I have no clue why I did this, but I figured why not? Like since I'm here, may as well like make the best of it. So feel free to talk. I talk back. That's how we do things around here. Um, Manny, we gotta talk about something. Nothing bad though. But first, how are you? I'm okay. Normally when people say we gotta talk, that's usually like for something bad. That's a triggering statement, especially for somebody who has anxiety. Like you can't be like, we gotta talk. Just say the thing. If this is about my breakup though, just if this is about my breakup though, just say, hey, how are you feeling about the breakup? Because the answer is it's getting to me a little bit, but I'm fine. It was kind of like it was something that had to happen. But I'm not but I'd be lying to you if I told y'all that I was doing completely okay with it. But now that we got that out the way, what do you want to talk about? Also, quick heads up: I've had depression since I was like maybe like 8 years old. So I'm going to probably like it's going to probably look like I'm numb to everything and stuff like that. But I am kind of like there are going to be moments where I'm going to be kind of like breaking down a little bit, but like it won't show because I've had depression since I was like 8. So, like when you have depression for that long, when bad stuff happens, you can kind of just sort of be like, you kind of like, you end up becoming like groundskeeper Willie's parents, from The Simpsons. I don't know if y'all get the reference, but groundskeeper Willie is the groundskeeper, the Scottish dude. And he goes over to, back to Scotland and he meets his parents and he's like, you gotten big. I hope to see you again. I, and then they just shrug their shoulders. That's my favorite reference, by the way. I love that. I always go back to like my brain always goes back to that when like because it's like it just they just that was a deep conversation for them. I could tell. God, when I was Creeper Willie's parents, like that stuff kept me young. That was funny. God, Groundskeeper Willie is like actually a surprisingly very meaningful character. Lousy Scots, they're ruining Scotland. I hear you. It's definitely a tough thing. I used to talk about mental health and depression on my dormant channel, but I kind of stopped because the traction was limited. What do you mean limited? Like talking about mental health is probably like a really good thing to talk about right now, especially because everybody got mental health issues. Like that would be something that everybody can relate to. It's like if anything, like talking about mental health is like I'm not saying that that's like the secret viral whatever, but it is something that I feel like everybody can kind of relate to because we all have some kind of mental problems going on, some sort of mental issues, and some people rather deny it and be like, no, I don't have mental issues. I'm actually perfect and everything is fine. And even though I'm a deranged sociopath, I'm actually the best person here. And then there's people out there who's like, then there's normal people who are like, oh, I have mental issues. I really kind of need to, maybe get these things looked at or maybe get it evaluated or something. Nobody was really tuning only, well, like 2 or 3 views. This was like 6 or 8 years ago. Yeah, okay. I mean that definitely sounds like channel progression for sure. Like I'm honest, like dude, look at my life right now. I only got like 2 people up in here, and I'm pretty sure one of those people is me. So right now it's literally just you and either a lurker or it's keeping track of me as like one viewer up in here. Shoot. But yeah, like that definitely sounds like channel progression for sure. If it's any consolation, lurker here, great. Why do people lurk? I'll never understand. I always assume that it's just because like I always get the most negative perspective when it comes to lurkers because I always assume that they're just in here to try to like get some intel or like some kind of bad stuff that they could catch me saying so they could like clip it and be like, see, he's a loser and he's terrible and this is why he said this on his live. And I'm like, oh God. It's like, of course I'm gonna say something stupid on my live. I'm not a smart person. What? Yeah. Like just intel for trolls. Because I don't know what it is, but being black and online, that just means that I got like a lot of trolls, and I got like a lot of people who hate me because like we don't like you because you're black and you're online. No, I actually like to hear lives of just regular people. Oh, that's nice. I appreciate that. Well, well, trust me, if you like to hear me, then you would definitely love talking to me. Then, because it's an interactive live, I'm not popular enough to just ignore the chat. So, like, like feel free to talk. I talk back. But yeah, but how's the job going? Oh, you actually watch my stuff. It's okay. I actually had a bad day yesterday. Well, this morning. I work overnight, so it's really kind of hard to it's really kind of hard to like say when, but I had a bad day. I had a bad shift my last shift. It was I didn't really do that well at work, but listening. Oh, well, awesome. Thanks. I appreciate that, Megs. Like thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to, pop up. But yeah, I actually had a really bad time the other day though. Because um I was the last one I was finished from I was the last one I was finished from my palette, and I really didn't finish it because I needed help because I had to do hardware, and hardware has like a whole bunch of tiny things that I would have to like put back up on the shelf. And it was not easy. It was definitely not easy. And it was heavy stuff. Also, one of my boxes fell, so I had to like take the box, put stuff back into the box, and try to get everything where it needed to go. It was just pure bedlam. So they needed to help me to like finish. They needed to help me to finish the shift because I was the last one. I was finished with last one. I was finished with my palette, and that kind of crushed my spirit a little bit because it's like I've always been like a slow worker, but like I didn't expect to be that slow, and it just bums me out. It's like because I can only use the I'm new excuse so much before it's like, oh well, maybe he's just bad at his job, and it's like, oh God. So yeah, that was like the worst. That was my worst shift, and hopefully that's like hopefully it changes down the line, but but it clearly like it kind of it affected me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, like I really do, I really did. That's the most inadequate I felt working over since I started working there. But outside of that, yeah, outside of that though, not too bad. Also, your name is Twins Ma, so I'm gonna assume that you have twins and you're a mom. I hope I'm right. I hope I'm like not saying anything dumb. I mean, I rather say obvious stuff because at least it makes you sound smart in a moderate context. But like, because I would hate to say something that's like obviously dumb. It's like going, oh, that's a bird. Oh, so it has wings. It's like, yeah, it does. Like you can't get mad at somebody for something like that because it's like, yeah, they do have wings. Twin boys, 25 now. God, I 25. I don't know why it's like I don't know why I thought you were younger than that. 25. Wow. Okay, so that makes you. I'm not gonna guess any age because I don't know, man. I don't know. 25. That is wild. 57. Well, Thank you for thanks for showing up on my channel. I'm very thankful for that. I have no clue what my demographic is. I got people, like I said, I think my demographic is kind of like all over the place because I got people that are like I remember there was a time where when I would go live and there would be like kids up in here like 13 and 14. Like I remember there was a kid who would pop up like and he would like tell me how much he hated like going to school and stuff like that. And I thought that that was kind of weird. And now I got people up in here in their 50s and stuff like that. So it's like Truant, see Truant, my homeboy, Truant, the young boy up in here. You remind me of my twins. Your sense of humor about life is epic. I have a sense of humor. I'm 36 from the UK. Oh well, well, like awesome. What's it like out there? What's it like in the UK right now? If I'm not mistaken, the UK is that's England, right? I don't know. I don't know like international stuff, and I don't understand international. You remind me of my brother, Uncanny. I'm been getting that a lot. I've been getting that a lot. I hope that that's a good thing though. I really do. I'm getting like I'm getting a lot of vibes here, but also like maybe it's just maybe I am paranoid. God, maybe I am paranoid because I always assume the worst when it comes to stuff like that. When it comes to like just certain things. But yeah, 36 years old from the UK. Awesome. I did not expect people from the UK to be watching me, but I'm very thankful that you are. Um, I don't know what it is, but I really appreciate this camera. I think this camera has actually done me. I think this camera is actually doing me a little bit of justice here. By the way, I got 8 people up in here and only 3 likes. That means that 5 people up in here don't like you, boy. I don't understand what's going on with that. Just saying hi, chat. We'll be on and out. We'll be on and out as I'm working. I hope you're doing okay after the breakup. Yes, I'm trying to be okay. You still play DDR? Oh my God, did you? Whoa, okay. Did you watch? You watch my? Wow, you really watch my material? Okay, I haven't played DDR in years, but I haven't played DDR in years, but it's not for like lack of trying. It's just finding a DDR. Finding DDR is a bit of a challenge here. Also, I live upstairs, so I don't want to play DDR and you know annoy the downstairs neighbors. I hit the like. Thank you. With people having to help you finish, I know that can be tough on the mindset, especially if you're new somewhere. Finish what? Wow, this dude really did watch my. What did you just watch my old stuff? Like really? Like okay, yo, I haven't uploaded anything DDR. The DDR videos is literally like my first couple of videos on this channel from like 2006. So in order for you to bring that up, that means that you like went into my old stuff and was like, Ashley Bear popping in with the ad. Oh my god, that's funny. That's not a catchphrase either. Every single time she comes in, she just says ad. Like an ad pops up. Just got off work a little bit ago. I had to tap in. My boy Truman up in the building. I really appreciate you for showing up. Thanks again. Much love to you, bro. Seriously. Also, y'all subscribe to Truman's channel because if he gets 50, he's gonna start going live. And do that. Do like subscribe to him, like get him 50 people so he can like start going live on his channel. Cause I want to watch his stuff because he is funny. This is a funny dude. I get that. My bro had the metal DDR stand with the handrail. We used to go ham. Bro, I never had the handrail. I never had the handrail, and part of me always wanted to get one because I know I could do faster songs if I could, because that would be amazing. Oh, you just made me, man, you just made me miss DDR. Oh my God. Now I miss DDR now. But it's really hard to like find it. It's really kind of hard to like find a place to play DDR because what I mean, like arcades are kind of dying out. It's like it's not. I'm not going. They're dying out. Arcades are dying out. Like it used to be that you could just go to a mall and there'd be like a little mini arcade in there somewhere. But now it's like good luck trying to find one. I said that. Yes, you did, Truett. You totally said that. 100%, like all the way. Y'all remember when Truett said that he'd go live if he gets 50 subscribers, right? Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it, right? Right? Truett, you said it. You said it. You said that thing. You should do what you said you were going to do. I 100% support it. all day. I thought it said to smoke weed and get rid of depression, and I'm like, no way, that's me right now. I don't know what I have no clue what you were referring to, but I don't partake in that. So she that must have been my twin. I don't know, true. I don't know, true. All I'm saying is that like I mean you got to do it now. That's all I'm saying. Like get 50 subscribers, go livers. It's 50 subscribers and go livers. Why is it pronounced liver and not liver? Better do it, true. Ashley Bear, you should do it too. By the way, Ashley Bear is hot. Subscribe to her channel. We had a place called Trocadero where all the experts used to play DDR, but all arcades are shut down now. It's only betting and gambling shops. See, that sucks. I'm sorry, man. That's a disappointment. Like betting and gambling. Come on, man. Arcades is like I remember a time when gambling was like illegal and you couldn't really like be out and about with it. Now it feels like betting and gambling is everywhere, and they replaced and that's what is called gaming now. Gaming is gambling now. It's not like it used to be that you could like play video games, hang out with friends, and now it's just betting and gambling. That's so stupid. I'm so mad now. Like they really just that's dumb. We should bring back arcades. Arcades need to be a thing again. Anyway, bless, good to see you live. I appreciate that, Mr. WD Nix. Thanks again. I don't know if you had to go or not, but thank you. I heard Colorado has some very awesome spots with vintage video game arcades. That sounds like an awesome place to go. I would love to go there. I can't even access Ashley's channel. It won't let me subscribe to him by clicking on his name. I'll tell y'all what. I'm going to put Truant's channel in. I'm going to put Truant's channel link into the chat, and I'm going to do the same for Ashley. I don't even think Ashley doesn't have any content, but it's like, like I'm all about I'm all like, if I'm getting up here, then everybody should be up here. That's my thing. Only 4 subscribers, Ash? What the heck? So that's Truant's YouTube channel, and this is Ashley's YouTube channel. There are multiple arcades in my area. Are you in Colorado? Now, I don't know why I thought you were in Colorado. My bad. Truant has 68 subs. Truant, you got 68 subs? Bro, go live. Go live. Go live. Go live. Where you at, True? Where you at, True? Don't you lurk on me, bro. Don't you lurk on me. Where you at? Go live. Because Truant is funny. That's a funny dude. Hello, Miss Lala Danielle. How you doing today? What is this? Hold on. Somebody else said something. Fortnite tournaments? I don't know. Fortnite tournaments sound dope, but like me personally, I don't play Fortnite, so I don't know. I got 68. Yes, you got 68 subs, bro. What? Yes, you got 68 subs, man. Also, Truant plays Fortnite, I think. I don't know. Truant, do you play Fortnite? This dude is like, I got 68 subs. Yes, you got 68 subs, man. You're that cool. You're a cool dude. I'm doing okay. I'm internalized meltdown, but it's not terrible. I used to. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like, but that's what I'm saying is that like I do feel like we're at this moment right now. Like it used to. I remember there was a fighting game tournament. I forgot what it was called. It wasn't E3. What was it called? Oh my god! It was okay. It was a big fighting game tournament. It was like really big. Like was it Evo? I think it was called Evo. Let me check. Cause I think I'm mistaken. Evo. What you melting down about? Oh, you didn't see the video. Yeah. I'm not going to try to revisit it. Just know that I made a video about it. Give me a second. I'm going to try to find this fighting game tournament. I think it's Evo. I want to say it's called Evo. Okay, yeah, it is Evo. All right. You must not have to work tonight. I do not. I have been working for the past couple of days, and I am just I hate games when buying a new skin is literally like playing the lottery, like Genshin Impact skins. You understand? That's definitely a very frustrating thing. I don't get it. It's like, yeah, it's like, back in the day, video games used to be like, my whole thing is that video games shouldn't be a gamble. They shouldn't be a gamble. I don't think that I don't understand the idea of video games being a gamble. I don't understand the idea of like RNG gods just having to bless you on everything. It used to just be like if you were good at the game, you get cool stuff. Now it's everything is up to chance now. It's so stressful. Like one of the big reasons why I hate FPS games is because I know I know I got the headshot. I know that I got the headshot, and somehow it didn't get him. I'll be so mad. Ashley Barrett, you don't have any content, but I'm a sub anyway. Hey, RC and basketball knows that you're hot. You must not have to work tonight. No, I don't. I like I said, I'm just trying my best to make myself feel better. But yeah. I'm telling you, the day that Ashley Barrett does make a video, it's gonna break the internet. I'm sure of it. Also, y'all got like a lot of cool stories to tell. I feel like y'all are, or what is it? The games where you have a gamble to buy a weapon in order to progress in the game. Yeah, like I call those pay to play games. I call those pay to play games because there's games. Okay, so like right now, right? I forgot the title of the games like that. Like it used to, man. I know what you're talking about, but I call them pay to play. That's just my term for them, but I know that there's like another term that people use for them. I do think about making content, but I have concerns about it. Also, such limited time. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Like, I mean, like like, I from what I understand, you're a very busy person. So I like just know that I'm not trying to pressure you into making content. I'm just saying that, everybody, I feel like everybody should because everybody has a cool story to tell. And I would rather listen to you guys' story than have y'all just talk to me because I'm not interesting, like in the slightest. This is my life when I'm not at work. I just sit at home. Like sometimes I might go to wrestling training, but I'm actually a very boring person. You know what I'm saying? Like I might go to wrestling training sometimes. I might, but like outside of that, very boring person. I feel like you guys are much more interesting than me. So like I would much rather listen to y'all stories than y'all listen to mine because my stories are after work, I came back home. This is it. Shoot. It's like I came back home after work, and this is what I did all day. Read a book, went to sleep, took a nap, ate some food, got into an internet argument with some right wingers, which is probably going to get me killed in the future. But I mean, what else? Oh God, I hope that doesn't like get me demonetized when I say stuff like that. But it's like, I mean, it could still happen. I mean, I could just, one day a right winger is just going to be like, "What did he say about us?" And next thing you know is like that's all it's going to take. We're just going to get rounded up one day and game over. Ad. Ashley stay. Ashley got hit with the ad again. Sorry. Or at least just staying alive at home. Yeah, there's that. That's the one thing I prefer. I prefer to not be dead in the house. I mean, I prefer to not be dead. That works too. I'm like, or rather, it's a better option than being dead right now. Is probably a better option, but it's a lot more painful to access. I'm just saying. But how you guys doing out there? Everything okay with you? I mean, everything okay with y'all? Y'all weathering the storm? How's the weather? How come? You got any hobbies? I do got hobbies. I'm just not really man, I'm such a small YouTuber. I'm a tiny fish and I'm satisfied where I am. I dig it. I dig it. Everybody should have that kind of sentiment, I do have hobbies though. Like I said, I do like to read. I do like to play games. I do like to read and play games. I'm just very like I'm angrier now. which is probably not the best thing for me. And I'm trying, and I normally I used to do, like I used to do things when I'm not like I do things when I'm feeling good, when I should be doing things in general. Because when I get depressed, I just stop doing stuff. Ashley Barrett has got to be something you love, and that is if you discuss it. I take it you're just not reading the chat. Either that, or I'm thinking that the chat is probably just like going a little slow for you. But yeah, yeah. Man, he's got mad hobbies. Oh my goodness. That's how you know that. That's how you know that. Ow. That's how you know she is a. I'm good. Warm in Arizona, doing nothing at home like always. Been playing Cow, Life is Strange 2, Apex, Fast Penguins, and watching some anime. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds fun. Do you stream? Do you stream anywhere? I don't think. I think that's Army of Us. I don't think any of us are actually that interesting. I mean, like, no, I think that everybody is interesting. I think that, like, there used to be my library back home. Used to do this thing where what they was trying to do was they had something called the human library, where a person can, like, like actually kind of just you could just interview a person, and they would like tell you stuff about their lives and things like that. And obviously, like you could, like, literally you could ask them, like, in the form of a book, like, during this chapter of your life, what were you doing? Or during this chapter of your life, what were you doing? And like I thought that, and it's like there's some people out there with just wildly interesting lives, man. Like there were some people who got like, I never did it personally, but like I do know that I feel like as a society, we kind of do need to do that more because everybody's interesting, everybody's cool, everybody has like some cool story that they have to have. You know what I'm saying? I love that. I used to love asking people, "What's the most interesting thing about you?" And some people would just be like, I remember one time I asked somebody that, and he goes, "I'm a professional breakdancer," and he actually showed me clips of him from like way back in the day, like breakdancing on like Soul Train and stuff like that. And it's just like, and I'm just like, that's crazy. Was it Soul Train? No, it was another show. But it was just like one of those things. It was like, like I'm looking at, like, he just looks like, regular dude. And the first thing I just remember thinking was, how'd you get on that show? He's like, going, yeah, man, they saw my stuff, and it was like, why not? We all just chill at home nowadays. Would you like to interview people? Honestly, no. No. I am a black dude, so no. I value my life too much. Hey, how's it going? I'm a black dude in the South. I approach somebody the wrong way, I will get killed. It's like, I thought it was a Middle Easterner. He looked Mexican. I don't know what happened. I just got scared. You'd be great at interviewing. Maybe just arrange interviews first, like a podcast. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. People are interesting. You definitely changed my mind about that. That's what I'm saying. I believe, like, I believe that everything is relative and everything is interesting. There's no that's kind of the reason why I don't really like it when people say that they're bored, because I rather people like mistake. I rather people what's the word I'm looking for? I rather people like switch the word bored with at peace or tranquil or calm or something, because the fact that when you're bored, that means you ain't got nothing to do. But like everything's interesting, you always got something to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you know the do you know like the contents of like your walls? Like what's inside of the walls in your house? Wood, maybe some metal stuff, maybe some pipes, wires. You don't know. Yeah, you're right. People are interesting. I'm sorry, people in the South don't like that. Maybe come to Arizona. Most of us are mixed around here. It's hot though, dude. Politics made me scared of Arizona. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like I said, I focus way too much on politics. And Arizona is like one of those places that just, uh, yeah, I think you'd be great at interviewing. Probably. I don't know. I don't think I would be. I really don't. Like, you're pretty entertaining. I'm entertaining. Wow, thank you. People have come to me with propositions of entering sports media for interviewing people. I shot it down. Might not want to interview one of the people wanting to. And my anxieties made me turn down opportunities because left it. Honestly, like I think that you are seeing basketball. I think that you should probably like continue to get into it, especially because you know about basketball. So it's like you know about basketball, you know about sports, you follow that sort of thing. That kind of what made sense for you to kind of like just get in because I mean, like you know the material, so you can ask questions and stuff like that. I feel like you will probably do better than I don't know what's that dude's name, the dude, the loud guy, the loud. I forget his name. He's never played a sport before. I forgot that dude's name. I feel like you would do a better job than that loudmouth dude. What is his name? Big ears, kind of weird. They made memes of him. They made a little meme of him as like a little baby. What's that dude's name? Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith. Yes, I feel like you will probably do a better job than Stephen A. Smith. Politics are so controversial around Arizona. Politics are almost a hush topic. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's one of the big reasons why you'll probably never catch me. Like I'll probably never go to Arizona like willingly, but it's like I'm not gonna say willingly, but it's like I would probably go to Arizona if like I had to go to Arizona, but I don't really see myself just being like, you know what, I feel like going to Arizona. Because once again, I go over to Arizona, it's like, hey everybody, how's it going? Bam. I thought it was a Middle Easterner. I got scared. Of course, politics is controversial over there. Like y'all got freaking what's that? Y'all got like what is it? Andy Biggs. What's that lady's name? Kristen Sinema. We all just pretend politics don't exist when we go out in public. Yeah, I get it. I mean, like the sad part is you kind of have to because it's like it's kind of you kind of have to, but it is kind of like one of those things you just can't ignore, or at least one thing that I can't ignore. Like a lot of states look very differently to me now because I actually did want to go to Arizona because I thought it was like a really cool place, but also it's like because people say, oh, it's hot over there. It's like going, yeah, well, I'm fat and southern. I can do that. I wear black to slim myself down a little bit because like I'm actually pot belly down here. Did you hear that? Did you hear that echo? This is me slapping my belly right now. That's a lot. That is a lot. Me too about the black thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wear black so I wear black just to kind of make sure that I look slimmer on camera because I'm fat as hell, dude. So it's like I would do fine over there. I would do fine in Arizona. At least I like to think so because I could jog literally a few footsteps around, jogging literally like a few footsteps on a sidewalk and lose 3 pounds. All my clothes are black. Like that's what I'm saying. And also, I mean, black is slimming. Also, black is beautiful. It's a beautiful color. I forgot this is empty. Okay. Flagstaff, Sedona, and Prescott are the best and coolest places in Arizona. Okay. I think I've heard of Sedona, Arizona before. That's Sedona, Arizona. Hey, Sedona, Arizona. Sedona, Arizona. Sedona, Arizona. All right, I got 6 people up in here right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and do a random check. Let's see. Alana Glazer, RC in basketball. I'm going to assume that Truman is up in here still, but he's probably just busy doing stuff. I'm going to assume that Megs is still up in here. We need a Sedona, Arizona song. I mean, you could probably that's a pretty catchy thing. Sedona, Arizona. Sedona, Arizona. Sedona, Arizona. I'm on a computer. I'm on a computer right now. My bad. Hey, man, it's all good. Like I'm not telling you guys to talk to me. I'm just trying to do a count of who's all in here, so that way I can see how many trolls are popping up right now. Because we all know, like, I got trolls, dog. I got trolls. In different area codes. So you understand? Yeah. Like I said, see me, I got trolls because I made the mistake of being black and online, and they can't. And trolls can't stand that. X squared. Oh, What's up? All plus, some minus. How's it going, man? Feels like forever since I've seen you. I made a mistake of being plus size and all line. Ooh. I got two trolls. True, that's clever. That's clever. I got two trolls, one for the internet, one for real life. What's even more odd is that I think Kevin Gates is actually from my hometown. He's from my hometown, but he's not from my neighborhood. He's from a different neighborhood than me. So it's like if we were to happen to be in the same neighborhood, I probably would be rapping along. I probably would have been rapping too, because I mean I can sound like Kevin Gates if I want to. I can just throw some stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? But that's my Kevin Gates impersonation. It's not great. No, he's not from. Like he's. It's complicated. He's born somewhere, but he's like raised in Baton Rouge, so he claims Baton Rouge because that's where he grew up. I think that's what it was. But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's complicated. Why they trolling like a? Why they trolling like that? Aren't they tired? Trying to get up in, trying to hassle me up in my chat, but it's probably A minor. What's even sad? The irony here is that I actually don't like music, but I will sing at random. Okay, so is you where you grow up, where you're from, or is it where you are born? Honestly, I feel like that depends on the person. Where's the weed? I don't know. I don't partake. You have fun with that. But like I feel like that's like kind of like because I do know that some people I do know that like some people are literally like born somewhere, but within like a year or so that being born, they would move somewhere else. And I do know that that's kind of a thing that people do. Like I used to know somebody, I used to know somebody who was like born in Germany, but like I want to say within like the first year of their existence, they moved to America. So, going live to weed out the depression or something. Oh my God. You know what? I really do need to change. I really do need to change that title because I didn't realize that weed actually means weed. Weed out the depression just means I'm trying to feel better. I don't partake in like, weed, dude. That's how I got here. Oh my God. I cannot believe this. I don't partake in I don't partake in the greenery, man. That stuff is mainstream and that's for cool people. I'm the biggest dork you'll ever find. But yeah. But apparently Alana Glazer over here is the weed lady. So I say y'all should probably like link up or something. I don't know. Am I feeling better? I'm trying to. God, I can't believe it. I really did. I really need to do better with these titles, bro. I really do. But yeah, like to answer your question though, like okay, so for the rest of the chat up in here, do you consider where you're from to be where you're from, or do you consider to be where you're born at to be where you're from? It's all good. Title's good. Appreciate that. Because like Truman actually does bring up a good question because, like I said, I knew somebody who was born in Germany, but like before he was like when he was a baby and then he came to America, so he considers himself to be like American. So it's like if you were to talk to him, he'll say I'm from this American state. It's like yeah, but you're born in Germany, so that means you're a German. It's like going yeah, but like I didn't grow up in Germany. I grew up in this city in America. So it's like so like it is kind of a question of like how do you do that because I consider where I grew up where I spent the most time that's a good way to go about it. That's a good way to go about it. Where you grew up is where you're from, period. Yeah, but like is it though? I mean like so you would you consider where you okay, so let's just say if you moved around a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like military kids, right? They like military kids or maybe like people you could be from both. Yeah, that's the thing. because like I do know that like a lot there's people out there who are like who kind of live maybe affluent lifestyles or nomadic lifestyles, so they don't really like they don't really have their feet planted anywhere. You're influenced from all the places you lived. Yeah, that's a good way to go about it. There wasn't a hospital where I grew up, so I was born in the closest city. What? There wasn't a hospital where you grew up? That's that sounds chaotic a little bit. As in like the neighborhood that you were at? I was born in Georgia, but moved to South Carolina when I was like 3 or 4, and been here ever since. I'm from South Carolina. I can respect that. I that's a good way to go about it. Yeah. And I feel like I said, I feel like that's a context. I feel like that's a context thing, like because everybody's gonna have a different answer to that question. You know what I'm saying? Tiny, tiny town, but the hospital was like within 30 minutes. That's wild. That is wild. Like just to hear the phrase, the area that I was at didn't have a hospital. That is that's some scary sounding stuff right there. But yeah, I guess it's all perspective. Yeah, that's the thing. That's because like that's the reason why, like for example, Booker T, the professional wrestler, he's from a city in Louisiana called Plain Dealing. Now, and I consider him to be an honorary. I consider him to be a Louisianian for that. But if you ask him yourself, if you talk to him yourself, he'll say he's from Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I'll defend it till the day that I die. You're Louisianian. You're one of us. You're one. You're one of us. You here, Louisiana. Go claim Louisiana right now, Booker T. Booker T's gonna probably look and be like, "Tell me you didn't just say that." No, I didn't say anything. I huh? I'm born in Chicago, raised in Chicago, but also Minnesota. Okay, so like, did you go back and forth between Chicago and Minnesota, or were you like, did you move to Minnesota and just grow up in Minnesota? But I hate Chicago. I like Minnesota more. Wait, was it kind of like a pendulum thing? Because I know like some people, like maybe they have like family members in two different states or something, so they'll like go back and forth from like state to state. Like like I know a guy, he's from Louisiana and like he has family in Louisiana and Los Angeles. So he likes to say, I'm from LA. And because the joke is Louisiana is LA and Los Angeles is also LA. And I just think that that's kind of clever. That's a true one. You got a good, you asked a good question up here, man. Also, Chicago and Minnesota, like those are the two furthest out places I've heard of next to like Louisiana and Los Angeles. Where do you want to live if you don't like the South? Honestly, I couldn't tell you because the more I learn about a lot of places, the less appealing every place looks to me. Like if I feel like I'm kind of every like, but then I kind of got that Squidward tentacles thing going on where it's like everything is depressing because it's like like I keep telling myself, oh, Europe seems nice. History has a way of doing it. That's what I'm saying. And the sad part is not even just history. It's just like politics and demographics and stuff like that. Like I'm a black dude. Like I would not do well anywhere because the whole world hates me. So it's like, I kind of I don't really have a choice place where I would want to live because everywhere I go, I'm going to always like have some kind of problem with some kind of people because, being a black dude. But I mean, like part of me would just love to just go to Japan just to see what it's like in Japan. But it's like, at the end of the day, still a black dude. Somebody's gonna look at me and go, Johnny Somali, and I'm like, no, I'm not. Man, that dude definitely ruined the reputation for everybody. Yeah, Steve Manny, it was like a roller coaster. 5 years in Chicago, 2 years in Minnesota, 4 years in Minnesota, four in Chicago, two Minnesota, and 1 year in Chicago. God, dog, man. Hold up. 5 years in Chicago, 2 years in Minnesota, then 4 years in 4 more years in Minnesota. So that's like 6 years altogether. And then four in Chicago and 1 year in Chicago. Wow. I was like, 10 minutes on leg. I was way behind on comments. How that happened? I don't know, dude. Connections be acting up. I don't know what it is. But yeah, like I it's like, that's my whole thing is like I don't have an ideal place where I would like to, like, if I could live anywhere else besides the South, I would love to live the nomadic lifestyle where I just like live in a place for like a couple of weeks and then just move. I don't really like want to live anywhere. I just want to be able to just sort of put my feet someplace, chill for a little bit, and then just go elsewhere. Maybe Honolulu, Hawaii is the most mixed city in the world, I think. I want to move to Hawaii. I used to always be scared of going outside because I'm a woman, also always fearing for my life. It's not really like, my whole thing is that like it's not really like the mixed demographics that I'm worried about. It's the fact that like people still have like scruples about black people in general. And like, like I'm a black dude, so it's like at the end of like, to put this in perspective, I can be in an area chock full of other black people, and there's gonna at least be like five black people in that group that hate me just because I exist. I got held at gun. Oh wow. Oh wow. I am sorry to hear that. First of all, glad that you're around. Hopefully nothing happened to you. That's crazy. I've also spent time living in Mississippi, Arkansas, and Tennessee, and downstate Illinois as well. That was when I was an adult. You definitely did. You did some traveling, man. You did some moving. People are crazy. Yes, I'm aware. I am most certainly aware of that. Absolutely. I remember a dude tried to argue with me saying he wanted to drive to Hawaii. I was like, dude, that's literally impossible. Yeah, he's gonna drive to Hawaii, all right. He'll get there. yo, once upon a time, there actually was an aquatic car. Okay. There was aquatic cars. That was a thing that happened. And President Lyndon B. Johnson actually trolled somebody with the aquatic car. Like he actually drove a car into like a pond because it was aquatic. And his detail was like, oh snap, yo, we gotta go over and save the president before he drowns to death. And he's like, nah, man, this is an aquatic car, man. I'm messing with y'all. That is crazy. But yeah, aquatic cars was a thing at one time. And also, aquatic cars should be a thing. No, they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. We don't deserve aquatic cars. We don't deserve flying cars. We don't deserve any form of cars that do anything other than what they're already doing. Because we're going to pollute the ocean. Like we're gonna find a way to pollute the ocean. I can assure you that if cars could like go like in water and underwater and stuff like that, like we will find a way to just mess up the ocean because of that. Like we'll like go to like we'll have like underwater dates or something, and like eat a whole bunch of food underwater, and then just like wind down the windows, throw the trash out. I realize how stupid that sounds saying, and that's funny as heck. It's like, baby, it's like, hey, baby, is it a little hot up in here to you? Let me wind down the window. It's like, baby, we underwater. I can assure you somebody will be that stupid. I can assure you because people are dumb like that. We don't deserve aquatic cars. We don't deserve flying cars either. I used to always think, yeah, it's the future. It's 2025. Where's our flying cars at? And then I realized people can't even drive on land. We good. I haven't lived enough places, if you let me tell it. I'm a happier person when I travel. Unfortunately, it seems most people don't want to travel. It's going to make me eventually start back traveling alone. I mean, yeah. Sometimes you just might have to do stuff yourself, man. I ain't go, like one thing I love about people. One thing I love about society. I told y'all I'm fat, by the way. You see this? Do you see this? Is embarrassing. Um, but I love this idea of people like being I love this idea of people like wanting to do stuff on their own with each other and stuff like that. You know, because like, well, I love this idea of people like wanting to do stuff with other people because it confirms that we're social creatures and we want to like do things for each other and stuff like that. But it's just like, you know, it's like everybody's like, no, actually, we're all just a bunch of mean spirited jerks, and we pick on each other. We're edgy, we're mean, we're bullies. And it's like, no, dude, you want to hang out with it. You want to hang out with people, and you just don't know how to make friends. Calm down. Like, have you thought about maybe being nice? I don't have to be nice. I shouldn't have to be nice to get what I want. It's like, yeah, but what's wrong with being nice in general? But yeah, but like I said, also, what is wrong with being nice? I know I'm rambling right now, and I understand how weird I might sound by saying this. But y'all ever notice how like being nice is like considered a punishable act nowadays? Like being nice to people, treating people kindly, you know, saying something nice about somebody. Like there actually, I remember, I don't know if it's still a thing or not, but I remember there used to be a thing called "Say Something Nice" challenge, and they would post up pictures of people who were like less than desirable, and the joke was that like you had to like say something nice about them. I went across 1,000 subs recently, and YouTube gave me a paper trophy. Story of my life. That's awesome, dude. Shoot, I can't. I got a. I didn't get a trophy for my 1,000. I got 2,000 now. Hold on. Hold on. They sent it to my email. But in any case, hey, congrats. You know, awesome. That's not saying though. Y'all notice how like being nice is a bad thing now? Wow, I got from eight people watching to four. Okay, that's cool. No problem. Well, at least the lurkers are gone. And YouTube keeps updating the system rules, rewards, and perks. That's dope, man. Hey, you know, like it's good. That just goes to show your channel's doing something right. I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't know. Like, you know, I got lucky with my subscribers, and I got lucky with my subscribers. I honestly have no clue why people subscribe to me or why people pop up or anything like that. Like, I go live because I like going live. I genuinely never expect anybody to show up on these things. So it's like, you know, so it's like, I mean, I could probably go live. I could probably go live and like nobody shows up and I just like sit in front of it and just talk for a little bit or whatever. But like, I never expect anybody to pop up. So when they do, it's like, what? Okay. I'm planning to start a TLOU center channel. What is a T? Oh, Last of Us. Okay, you're gonna start like you're gonna start like streaming. I mean, or like, are you reviewing the show or are you streaming? All right. While I am waiting for people to say stuff, I'm about to play this game. See if I can like knock this stuff out of the park a little bit. Shout out to the 4 people that are still in here, by the way. I survived another day in the elementary school streets. Well, at least you didn't little ones ain't rob you. You know, you remember that show Recess where they would like talk about the kids and they'll talk about the kindergartners, and the kindergartners would be like just this this little indigenous group. I do have streaming intentions, yes, but I'm going to cover the show, games, cast interviews, quirky tidbits about the characters, everything. Okay, so I'm guessing you're a fan of the show. I'm guessing that you're a fan of not the franchise. What is it? You're a fan of The Last of Us. I'm sure, right? Gonna go ahead and play my favorite Rubik's Cube game. This is my Rubik's Cube because once you get the system down, it's the same way every time. Recess is very accurate. Abbott is definitely spot on too. I need to go back to watching Abbott Elementary. I do not know why I stopped watching it. There's got to be people on this planet that has huge fans of the game besides myself. Oh, absolutely, I'm sure of it. Like I think there was a few of the streamers watch actually was watching it for like was playing it. By the way, the 2 streamers are J-Rox3 and LVG Gaming. I definitely recommend checking them out. They're on my profile. Great dudes, great players. There's gotta be like dude, The Last of Us is most certainly like hyped up to some degree. Oh boy, I seriously hope that this game is easier too. Like I said, shout out to I've already watched both episodes of season 2 twice. Oh, you must be a really big fan of it then. What do you like? What do you like about it so far? I heard that the second episode was kind of like gut wrenching a little bit. Oh boy, this ain't gonna be. This might not be good. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh boy. Yeah, like I said, I've heard a lot. Like I heard, like people are really, really, really kind of upset about the second episode. I'm already messing up, huh? Yes, I am. I am messing up already. Nope. Let's see. Okay. What's the console update? I still don't have one. It's a work in progress, but like it just it depends on a lot of circumstances that I have to undergo. But no, still nothing on the console. Although I'm genuinely surprised that anybody even is even like asking about that. So much appreciated. Also, show of hands if you're still up in here right now. Just trying to figure out who I'm talking to here. Why did I do that? I need to get this ace down. Like, believe me though, once I do get a console, I feel like it's not even going to be like a huge. It's going to be like a. I'm going to make a really huge deal about it. I'm definitely going to make like a really big kind of annoyingly obvious, copious, overcompensation is thing I can about it. Like y'all will definitely know for sure. Gut wrenching is a perfect word. I also said that it clawed at even my emotional sides of the world's toughest motorcycle biker. Yeah, like I said, it was definitely like one of those moments where you probably just didn't expect it. You probably like I mean like what the best like I said obviously the best twist in TV series are ones that you just never expect, or the ones that you still expect, but it's still like I can't believe they would do that. Like there's some twists I feel like were like obvious, when Negan killed Glenn, I already knew that was going to happen. Just finance a PS5 through a firm. I don't have any money. Like in order for me to do that, I feel like I would have to have some money up front, which I do not have right now. But yeah, like I'm trying to think of some obvious twist. I'm trying to think of some obvious twist in fiction that's happened, and it's like you knew it was going to happen. Did you watch season one? I did not. The Last of I don't really watch the Last of Us series because the actual game depressed me, and I don't know. It was just bumming me. Like the actual game like bummed me out. So I'm like, no, I'm good. Y'all can have that. That's y'all thing. That's not my thing. Like I played the game, really kind of it really hurt a little bit. Once I found out a firm ran credit checks, I was like, yeah, bye. I have no clue what a firm is, but I'm gonna like that. I feel like that's a you hate everything. Who are you? Is this like a God? These random trolls that just pop up. It's like some straight out of like a wait. Are you J Rob? Are you J Rob? Is this J Rob? Bro, I am not winning this game at all. Okay, I'm screwing up all over the place here. Like I said, I have no clue what a firm is. I feel like that's y'all thing. Yeah, you made it through both of the games. No, I made it through. I made it through one of them, but like I heard about the other. Like the only reason why I even know about The Last of Us Two, the sequel, is because am I glitching? Am I glitching? Yeah, I'm glitching. Okay, I'm a hold on. I was glitching earlier. I was glitching. I know I was. Huh. Okay, hold on. But I didn't make it through. The only reason why I even know about the other game, the reason why I know about the sequel is because of how like big of a deal people made about Abby having like muscles. Because dudes was like, "Real women are not supposed to have muscles." Ugh. Random side note: I hate GameStop. Yeah, I like GameStop initially because of that whole thing that they did with the stock market. But then I heard that like the dude who runs GameStop is like a hardcore MAGA guy, and I'm just like, no, thank you. That's no, you suck. You're a MAGA guy. You're garbage. Go away. Are you a hologram? I don't think so. Is J Rob in the house? I don't know. I don't know. But he might be. Like I said, like, every time I come here, you spoiling stuff. Yeah, I think that's J Rob. I think that's J Rob. I think that guy's J Rob. Like, I don't know what it is, man, but yeah, J Rob is in the building. I couldn't stay away. All right, Jacob Jackson, do me a favor and okay, why are you here? Why are you here? Blink twice if you need help, bro. Sweet. Okay, I think I got this now. That's what a hologram would say. A hologram would say that. A hologram would say, I'm not a dang. Wow, Jovi is right. Am I not welcome? Bro, you pop up and like last time you popped up in here was like talk crap. But it's like I just gotta know why you here. I mean, it's like going if you like, I don't really accept people who just pop up just to troll me. So, why you here? You're not welcome if you're gonna be here and troll me. Make it make sense. Now Abby is skinny in the show and people are complaining. Bro, here's the thing I don't like. Did you and your girlfriend get back together? No. How would you know what one would say? Jovi, if you don't come up, Jovi, if you don't stop being smart up in here, like stop, ooh, look at me, I'm Jovi, I'm smart. I know how to properly interrogate somebody who could be a hologram. I'm not a hologram. I'm a real me. But no, I think that the whole Abby thing just really that whole Abby thing is just get a snow bunny, bro. Trust. Oh my god, this dude said snow bunny. This is J Rob. Yo, this dude is J Rob on another account. Yo, that's crazy. Okay, J Rob, do me a favor, bro. Tell me why I shouldn't kick you out right now. Yo, it's J Rob on another account. What is happening? This dude does not. This dude just popped up. I just asked you questions. Only a hologram would get defensive. A hologram would not get defensive. Stop that. Stop saying stuff. Stop saying hologram. You stop saying hologram right now. Holograms won't even get defensive. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't know if they did, but like I'm pretty sure. Like, how are they gonna get defensive? Their whole defense is that they can't get touched. They literally can't get. Abby has to fight some big men and big women, and yet she's skinny like Ellie. Fix it, Lord. I don't like that's my issue with the Abby scandal is that like dudes are just complaining because they're not physically attracted to Abby. But the whole thing is that like isn't Abby supposed to be like a teenager? You know what I mean? Like isn't Abby supposed to be like a kid or something? Shannon Sharp, is that you? Look, how's about I didn't know anything about the Shannon Sharp fiasco until like I went to Threads and just like that's all people were talking about. Bro, that dude, that's fucking Jay. That's this. Oh man, I was trying not to cuss. Oh my god. No, I said it looks like him, but oh man, that's crazy though, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, dude, Emperor Megas. You remember how I would be saying like trolls just pop up on my no sir, it is not. Yeah, it is, man. Shut up, J Rob. J Rob is in the chat like trying to bother me, dog. Like, oh my god. I think the weirdest thing about J Rob popping up, where the stream's been, G. You what is happening? Yo, what? Holy crap. Okay. What's worse is that like both trolls are in here. Yo, what is crazy? That is crazy. Both trolls are in here now. What is happening? These people just like popping up. Hey man, I heard you don't like Trump, and I'm about to mess up your stuff. Okay, that's wild. That is wild. Dude's funny though. I know, right? They're both up in here now. What is happening? Like, so I got J Rob and another random troll. Like these people just popping up just to mess with me. What's good? Not you, dog. What's good? Not you, dog. You gotta go. Take a nap, bro. I don't like you. Still hate me? Yes, I do. Take a nap, bro. You gotta go. Shoot, that other troll ain't safe either. Bro. Like, hey, y'all gonna have to take a break because I am not about to be dealing with random trolls on my stuff. bothering me. Take a break. Give me a sec. Later. Oh my goodness. Manny, could you be 56 and date an 18-year-old like Shannon did? Because that's a bit creepy. She's like 22 now. No, dude, I like older women. I like older women, but also like I realize now that like but also I'm gonna like if I ever were to get like super famous, if I ever were to get you were too hard on J Rob, I don't care. I told that dude multiple times that I hate him. I told that dude like multiple times that I hate him and I don't want him in my lives, and he still just pops up. Screw that guy. It's like I can't like when I tell people that I hate them, they need to like pay mind to that. That doesn't make any sense. Nah. And that other dude popped up in here just to like bother me too. So I gotta take a break. But nah, if I ever were to get like the Shannon Sharp thing just made me remember that like if I ever were to become like famous or whatever, I would probably buy like every single like I would hate is a strong word. I know that's why I used it. But yeah, like no, I could like I first of all I like older women. I like women that are older than me, and so like like I would like I think like like okay, so I mean I'm trying to think like when I was a kid, all of my childhood crushes were like adult women, not like for any not for any actual reasons, but it was like all like when I was a kid, I had a biggest crush on like Holly Robinson Pete and I want to say like Bianca DeGroat and stuff like that. But I think I came across this stream once or twice and never went back after we finished the game that he was playing. The end. I don't know. Wait, whose stream are you talking about? But no, like I said, I could yeah, I like older women. I'm not really trying to. I don't like that's so weird. I always think it's weird when guys go younger when it comes to like stuff like that because it's like, what are you gonna like, bro? Like at some point, this kid is like should be dating your kid. You know what I mean? It's just like that's weird. You're a weird dude. No offense. Like you're weird. Quit being weird. Shoot. I mean, I'm not gonna judge. Like, shame on me for like judging another man's lifestyle or whatever. But it's like with everything that's going on, like first of all, like younger, the younger they are, why? What's the appeal there? I don't get it. Like, I understand that there might be a physical attraction, but have you seen these older women lately? Like, all these older women are snatched up, bro. The J Rob dude in that was over 2 years ago. Uh, I don't know. My girlfriend is 13 years younger than me. Um look, that's not I don't look. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna judge. It's just something that it's just something that I was trained on the idea of that being weird. I'm sorry. That's just something that I was trained to believe that that's a weird thing. But then again, like I'm not the one to judge because I will gladly like if it was up to me, I would be like dating Patti LaBelle right now or Angela Bassett if she wasn't married. Like no, Patti LaBelle would be mean as hell to me. I know she would. She would be sick of me like every day. Like she would be so aggravated with me. Like all because I will always be up to shenanigans. And she would just be like just like it would be like dating my grandmother who is just tired of my crap. Man, I am stumped. Okay. Yeah, I definitely I need all this up here. I need all of that. And I can't get to that at all. I probably could. Yeah, I could. I could totally get up there. Yeah, like I said, Pat. But yeah, like I said, I'm not exactly. I would actively go after. I would probably, but also I would go after like women my age though. But that's only because of the fact that it's like, I also, but like my whole thing is that like if I ever were to become successful enough, I would probably like I would just buy like dolls and robots and stuff like that because I would never go after real women ever again, like at all. Like I would just like that would just be game over. Manny asked Halle Berry on a date. Hey, is she married to like a supermodel or something? Whites were trained to think white people were trained to Americans are trained to think that universal health care is bad. You shouldn't really buy into things you're socially programmed to think. I agree. That's the reason why I'm saying that's the reason why I can acknowledge that like my perspectives are something that I was like trained on or something I was taught on. Because it's not me saying, because I'm not saying, oh snap, you're a bad person for doing this stuff. I'm basically saying I was taught and trained to believe that, and that's something that is really kind of hard for me to shake off at the moment. Like I'm not there's some things that I will judge people on, but there's some things that I can acknowledge I'm judging people on because of a perspective that isn't my own. And it's just hard for me to shake that perspective off. I'm not saying like I don't want you to think that I'm shaming or anything like that. Like that's not me. Because once again, I can't stress enough. If it was up to me, I would totally be dating Pam. I would be dating like Patti LaBelle or Halle Berry. Why? Who taught you though? I know. It's a social conditioning thing. It was one. It wasn't like it wasn't a matter of who as much as it was a matter of what taught me. Like I was trained on this idea by multiple people, like multiple perspectives. Like growing up in the area that I grew up in, that was a thing that was frowned upon. You know what I'm saying? But then again, like the irony was that some of the people who was telling me that this stuff was bad were some people who were doing that thing. So it's like, but at the end of the day, yeah, it's but yeah, like I said, I'm not the type to shame anybody for not like for anything like that, but I just know that I wouldn't do that. But that's only because once again, if I ever were to become like rich and famous enough, I'm not real women, no. Give me my robots, give me my dolls, give me my like pocket apparatuses. I don't want I'm not trying to move the Black King. Where? What Black King? Where? Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. I can't do all four of them. Oh, I can. Yeah. What about Jennifer Lopez? Jennifer Lopez, the woman who's also married to like I don't like I don't once a woman is in a relationship, they're like not attractive to me anymore. It's like what shot do I have? I don't care. Like what shot do I have? I don't care. It's not my that's not my prerogative. I don't care. That's the reason why I don't have celebrity crushes anymore. Cause it's like, what's the point? But that's what I'm saying though, is that like I would like, booyah, J Lo is divorced again. Again? Okay. I ain't got no shot. I ain't got no shot with J Lo though, man. Like, first of all, like she's gonna look at me and go, ew. She's gonna look at me and go, ew, like what is this? I'm poor. That's so stupid. But nah, man. And like I said, if I ever get rich though, like I'm not like bye real women. Hello robots, hello dolls, hello pocket apparatuses. I'm gonna buy all sorts of self-pleasing paraphernalia forever. And that's just gonna be my life from now on. Because if there's one thing I've learned is that like if women want you, they will get you. But like so it's like if you're not got, then that just means that they don't want to get you. We know, bro. You gotta go. I don't know who this guy is, but you gotta go too. This Aegon Targaryen dude, like I don't know what is going on, but like these random trolls, they do not like me, but they always pop up just to tell me how much they hate me and how much they think I suck. I'm gonna assume that this dude is probably somebody I argued with on my shorts who just won't leave me alone. All right, bye. We know, bro. Okay, that's fine. Like like okay. Dang, bro. What is up with these haters, man? Just popping up what is with these haters, bro? I don't get it. So I'm curious if older men with or younger women are weird to you. Isn't it weird for you to like older women as well? Yeah, I said that. I said that. Like it is weird. It's the same thing, right? I'm not denying that. I know that I'm weird for being interested in older women, but also like but also I think it would be even weirder that I am acknowledging that I also would probably not even go after real women if I were to get rich enough, because I would, not partake in that. Because one thing I got to consider is that like women don't like me, or rather, I'm not going to say women don't like me, but I will say that like for what it's worth, I'm not a good enough person to to be pursuing stuff like that. So it would be smarter for me to just kind of it would be smarter for me to just sort of like take the obvious, like take the better option, and the better option is a lesser underage. I don't see either as weird. I just going off of my own personal perspectives here. Like I'm not saying that it is a bad thing. I'm just saying that I was trained on believing that it was weird. So I can't shake it off yet. I love how I got rid of my trolls and now I'm like down to three people. That's messed. I mean, it's messed up, but it's also pretty funny because it's like if I didn't get rid of my trolls, I would have six people in here right now. But yeah, but that's my whole thing though, man. Is that like I would not ever really like. I'm not really like. There's one thing I've learned is that if a lady wants you, they'll get you. But like, I also know that it's really, really, really easy to get hit with charges, and it's really easy to like like it's really easy to get hit with charges and get like told oh, you're a bad person for doing this and all this other stuff. I'm like, nope, not me. Me and the Baybot 5000 over here, we're doing fine. Shoot. Dang. Did I lag up or are people just like mass leaving? I also probably should spam my chat a little bit so that's not the last thing. Have you seen iRobot? I have not seen iRobot. But it's like like my least favorite type of science fiction is the one where it's like, hey, by the way, technology is evil and dangerous and scary, and it's like, no, humans are. Humans are the most dangerous and evil thing on the planet. Like, are you serious? Like, we literally are actively killing the planet because racists are telling us to. There's nothing that technology could do that's more dangerous and more scarier than that. We're all socially conditioned to think a ton of misogynistic stuff too. Do you feel you've managed to shake all that stuff off? No, no, I don't. I know that there's like there's a lot of stuff that I'm conditioned to believe. There's a lot of stuff that I'm mildly conditioned to believe that I haven't really truly gotten rid of yet. And because I haven't gotten rid of it, like I know isn't like I have some ignorant takes. That's what iRobot is about, actually. iRobot is about humans being bad. Okay, I'll check it out. How dangerous humans are. Heck yeah, let's go. I'm finally like I need to see that then. I'm tired of seeing these. Oh wow, every science fiction movie is the Terminator. The Terminator is dangerous. No, like no, I'm tired of that. Like man, give me evil humans because humans are bad. Humans are the bad people. um, but nah, like yeah, but I do know that I do have some ignorant takes. I do have some things that I will say that probably like will come across as stupid or bigoted or completely out of left field. I know that I'm capable of being wrong about certain things and being committed to that wrong thing. So it's like, but my whole thing is that like what I don't want to do is I don't want to be like what's wrong I'm looking for. My whole thing is that like sometimes I'm sometimes willing to get my mind changed on certain things, but I'm also willing to stay committed to certain things, even though I know that they're wrong because of belief, or for lack of a better term, faith or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not I think I'm open to having my mind changed on certain things, but not everything. Does that make sense? Like for example, like I hate this idea that like, I hate the idea of making your enemy your friend when it comes to certain situations, because like I don't like the idea of, because like some people don't want to be your friend. You could try to be like, you could try to be their friend, but if they want to stay your enemy, they will stay your enemy no matter what you do. So, like that's kind of like one of the big reasons why I kind of like there's a whole concept of, oh, have you ever tried like, maybe interacting with the person that you don't like and talking to them like a person? Or it's like, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. And they were jerks to me. That's why I tell them to go F word off somewhere. But yeah, I do know that I have like some dumb things that like, I'll say this. I know I'm dumb when it comes to certain things. Is that a thing? Making your enemy your friend? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Like because okay, it's a politics thing. Like I'm in this group, and I talk about how much I hate right wingers and how much I hate Trump supporters and how much I hate those people. And there's this whole push towards basically saying, oh, you should try being friends with them. You should try interacting with them. You should try trying to meet them and try to meet them halfway on things. And I'm like, I don't want to do that because like it wouldn't matter if I do that, because like even if I were to try to meet them halfway and try to be their friend and try to like, see them at, it's like, maybe if you interact with them, you'll see that y'all not enemies. And it's like going, yeah, we are enemies because they hate me and they want me to die. It's not like I'm not crazy. They're just that bad. And the whole concept is they're not that bad. You're just overreacting. It's like, okay. It's like it's a lot of cases of, oh, they didn't mean that. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really mean what they said. They were just joking type of situation. I'm like, no, they didn't. Who would joke about stuff like that? It's so stupid. But yeah, that is a big push towards like trying to. I'm gonna see how many of these I can go through before I like start losing. Um, but yeah, like there's that whole thing is like, oh, you should try to meet them halfway. That y'all probably might have more in common than you think. It's like I know we have more in common than we think. We're both humans, but it's like the difference is I just want them to leave me alone. They want me murdered. Hmm. Where are the other two aces at? One, where you at? Where's the second one? But yeah, that I think there's difference between trying to meet someone where they are in effort to understand and ultimately change their perspective of trying to be their friend. Yeah, that's my whole thing. Is that like I can see people, I can meet people in the middle. I can see people all day, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be like the homie or nothing. It's like I still hate. It's like I'm going to always say I still hate these people. Shoot, like there's people out there who are like it's like I get it. I understand. Like I understand the joke. I understand what they were trying to say, but I still hate them for saying it. The latter sounds like an exercise in masochism. Absolutely. I love the fact that I got rid of like I got out three of my like Flint. I got three people up in here who was like trying to troll me and stuff like that, and I went straight to like two people. That's crazy. And I wouldn't be least bit surprised if like one of them tried to come back under a different name. Hmm. Man, okay, hold on. I'm in deep thought, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm playing. Okay, where is this? Shoot. Okay. I'm trying to do this without having to like undo everything. I need to see our robot though. Like, give me a sec. I'm gonna see if there's a way I can. What was this? Wow, that movie was made in 2004, bro. I Robot was made in 2004. I was probably like a teenager then. God, I feel old. Like just saying 2004 just makes me like just because I misread it. I thought it was made in 2024, and I'm like, ain't no way it was that recent. It's like, no, it's 2004. Oh my god, that movie is illegal. That movie is a legal adult now. My back. Can y'all remember anything? Can y'all remember anything from 2004? Okay, I'm gonna say there's four people in the chat right now. So I'm gonna assume it's Emperor Megas. I'm gonna say Jovi is still in here, maybe Truant and a troll. Man, okay. All right, random troll. Go ahead and get your fill in. I became a dealer in 2004. Card dealer, a card dealer, a card dealer. I became a card dealer in 2004. I became a card dealer, card dealer, as in a person who deals cards because that's what you did, dealing cards. That's the context here. Silent Hill 4, The Room, released in 2004. Yes, my favorite Tommy Wiseau film. I certainly I certainly remember that. Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie, I love that Tommy Wiseau film too. It was actually pretty good. I thought it was good, but I dealt more than cards, Manny. Oh my god, why are you doing this? Why you do this every time? Wow, I dealt more than cards. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why? Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't want you to go to jail. Please don't put her in jail, please. Speak, Joe. No speak, Joe. No speak. No. Speak no. Speak no. Adult morning cards. Oh my god. I swear she just like she lives a savage life, y'all. She lives. There's Dice too. She lives a savage life. I don't know what it is. She doesn't care. She has no fear, and I wish I had the fearlessness. I wish I had the fearlessness of a black woman. Like honestly, like 100%. Like that is because like there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it on the planet. I gotta get a red 10 over there. No, I gotta get this black 9 over here. I wish I had the fearlessness of a black woman because oh my god, dude, like there's no fear. There's no fear. Like she just says this stuff like she just says this stuff like no care in the world. She's just like, did it. You know. Jovi be like, no, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. I will not have you like don't say it like that. She is not Griselda Negro up in here. Oh snap! Did I do my Duolingo lesson? I don't think I did. Okay, after this game, I'm gonna do my Duolingo lesson. Get that out the way. Okay. I'm not fearless. I'm a scary cat. That's funny. Yeah, you say that. You say that. Yeah, you say that like you don't just love making the dealer joke. Don't lose your streak. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do my lesson as soon as I finish this game. by the way, I've been watching like random videos of Hyraxes lately. It's Hyraxes and marmots, and I realize now I think we give rodents a bad rep. They don't really be doing stuff. They just be walking around being just like little fuzzy, just being like little fuzzy animals, and like we just give them a bad rep, and we act like we're scared of them and stuff like that. It's like we got nutria, capybaras, and okay, cool, all right, good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and all right, we're done here. I enjoy your reaction to set Joe. You are a menace. That's what you are. I enjoy your reaction to said joke. Yes, I feel like you do that on purpose for that reason. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and did this Duolingo lesson out the way. Okay, today's lesson, Japanese again. Let's go. I do not. I need y'all to understand real quick. I don't know Japanese. My Japanese is really bad, but I am practicing. So just bear with me here. Shout out to the 4 people that's still up in here, by the way. So we got Megas, Jovi. I'm gonna say maybe a troll and maybe Truant. I'm not sure. Nah, Truant is probably Truant is busy. Truant is busy. RC, maybe RC and basketball in Truant. I mean, and a troll. I'm not sure. I know there's a troll in here though. Like I didn't like I get rid of those cats and they pop up like
3000
yeah. Let's see. What's this? Oh boy, I do not know. It's got to be Mitsu because 3. Dang, Sanzin. Oh right, that is Sin. Okay. Man, I'm messing up already, and I just started. Okay. Nani.
何
Haha.
母
Shinbun.
新聞
Zen.
3000
Oto. All right. Sanzin is that dude's got a lot of diamonds. I don't know what diamonds are. I don't know what you mean by diamonds, bro. Sanzin, that is. What's this?
3000 3000
That was weird.
3000
Okay. Sanzin.
3000
Gems on Duolingo. Oh yeah, I haven't used them yet, and I kind
入
of
り口入り口
Iriguchi.
入り口
Oh right, entrance. Okay, I'm gonna remember that for sure. Oh yeah, entrance. Iriguchi.
入り口
I need to remember how to see
入場料
New Jodio.
入場料
Okay, entrance fee. I really need to remember this. All these characters,
入場料入場料
all those characters, I gotta remember. Admission fee. New Jodio.
入場料
入場料はいくらですか入場料はいくらですか
This statement means how much is the admission fee? Sweet. Ikura desu is basically asking how much is something.
3000円はありますか
I'm gonna say this is this $3,000? Oh no, it's like do you have 3,000 yen? Do you have 3,000 yen? Let's go.
3000円は少し高いです
Okay.
3000円は3000円は少し高いです少し高いです
If I'm not mistaken, this is 3,000 yen is a little expensive.
チケットは3000円ですか
The ticket 3,000 yen? Sweet.
大人のチケットをください
Otonano?
大人
Okay. Adults. A ticket for adults, please. Kudasai means a kudasai at the end of a sentence is please. Okay, let's see. No. Oh well, obviously it's Otono. At least I think it is. Wait, hold on. That's Oh God, I forgot what this word is.
アパート
Nope. What is this? Kodomo. This is Kodomo.
子供
And I think Kodomo means like with friends or something. Okay, so let's see what the sentence actually is. Okay, so it's no something. Oh God, I really forgot. I forgot everything. Okay.
チケット
Chiketo wa what 400 Chiketo wa 400 yen des. I forgot what this word is.
サラダ
It's the salad.
宿題
I forgot what Chikudai stands for too.
子供
So it's either Kodomo or Chikudai. So I'm gonna say it's Kodomo.
子供
Tickets for kids are 500 yen. Okay, Kodomo is kids. I forgot. Oh my god, dude, I am not. All right, test is testo.
テスト
Interest is
入
Itaguchi.
り口
Question is Shitsumon.
質問
Fish is Sakana.
魚
Donuts. I hope y'all are learning something with this. Let's see. This is Otona. No, that's Otona.
大人
Otona no. Better help at. Got it. Otona no.
チケット
Let's see. Otona no chiketo no kaimas.
買います
Kaimas means to buy. I think this is hanashimas, which means to speak. I'm gonna say this is hashirimas. I forgot what that stands for, and this is nyomimas, and I think that is to no, that's nomimas. That means to drink.
大人の入場料は4000円です。
Quick heads up, I don't know Japanese. I can't stress that enough. I'm just practicing. Otono Niuju. Okay. So the admissions fee for adults are 4,000 yen. The admission fee for adults is it over 4,000 yen? Rio?
入場料
I'm gonna say, oh boy, the problem is that like that over is throwing me off, man. It's sweet. I don't think I even learned the word yet.
3000
Sanzen, that's 3. That's yeah, baby. All right, I need uno mas. Uno mas. All right, that is my Japanese lesson for today. But I'm gonna go ahead and introduce another language I was learning about, and I kind of just sort of fell off with, so I kind of do need to go back into it. Let's see. I'm gonna go with, oh God, where is it? Because I had it in my head, and dang it, I really did just forget, huh? Okay, I think it's Finnish. All right, just so y'all know, I'm going back to the beginning with Finnish. Are you serious? Oh boy, maybe I should go. Yeah, I'm going back to the beginning with Finnish. Nope. You know what? I went this far. I haven't learned. Oh my God, it's been forever since I learned anything. I love Lily. I think Lily's adorable. I think that these are all just like, if this were to become like a little TV show, I'd watch it because I just think it's the cutest thing. I just think it's the cutest thing. Okay. I don't know. Okay, so my Finnish is bad. So bear with me here.
Velho.
Velho is wizard.
Missä?
Nisa. Oh boy, I forgot that one.
Söpö. Tämä.
Tama, I think that Tama is this.
Söpö.
Circa. Oh boy, is that where? Dang.
Söpö.
Missä?
Ah man, I haven't done this in forever. Vino. It's Norway. Norja. Honestly, and also don't ask me why I'm trying to learn Finnish. Okay, I couldn't tell you. I just got. I think I just got really, really interested in it. Like one day, and was like, yeah, I'll try to learn it. Whatever. Estonia is a beautiful country. I want to say Estonia is Viro.
Viro.
Let's go. Oh boy. On.
On.
I want to say beautiful is Ma. Okay.
Kaunis. Maa.
Okay. Viro on Kaunis Ma. Wizard. What a weird word to teach you early on. Yeah, I think it was because at the time there was a reference to like something, a Norse show that had a wizard in it. What kind of country is Iceland? Oh my god. Mayline my only oh god. Islanti? Okay. Finland, Sweden, and Norway. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, I think Finland is Sweden is Suomi. No. Finland is Suomi.
Suomi.
Sweden is Ruotsi.
Ruotsi.
Ja
Ja.
Norja.
Norja.
Suomi on pohjoinen maa.
Okay, Sweden is a what's pohjoinen?
Pohjoinen.
Northern country. Come on. Oh, I said Sweden. Oh my god, I saw the letter S and just immediately got confused.
Missä kantele on?
Can't do the
Islanti on kylmä maa.
Iceland is
Kylmä.
a cold country. Oh, right. Okay. The big reason why I wanted to learn like Finnish is because I wanted to learn a European language that wasn't English, that wasn't French, German, or Spanish. And I kind of thought that, and because I wanted to like do something with a story that I was writing, because I'm writing a story too. And like I wanted to make a lot of references to European country, like European words. And I didn't want to use like words that were kind of like adopted into America. So like Spanish, French, so like Spanish and French. Those are the big two I wasn't really interested in. And like I wanted to also learn Portuguese. But Portuguese, when I think of Portuguese, I think of Central America. I don't think of Portugal. That makes sense, I guess. Yeah, like I said, I wanted to kind of use it's different. Like, okay, like for example, in Finnish, the code is
Kylmä.
the word is kulma. But like so it's like if I wanted to like name a cold character who just happens to be like it's my story is about race too, but it's not white and black as much as this light and dark. And like if I had like a light person who was like if I had like a light person who had like a cold demeanor, I would call him maybe like his last name would probably be cool, like calm or cool or something like that. And it would be like a reference to the his name or something like that. And also the name would kind of like help me remember like what kind of person they are and stuff like that. It's complicated, but that's kind of like the best way I can explain it. Kaisa sauna on. Oh no, well it's going to be carne because it's not hot in the sauna. It's hot in the sauna. Come on, dude. How's it cool, man?
Missä musti on?
It's a sauna. It's a sauna. What the hell? What kind of country is Sweden? Let's see. What kind of country is Milainen?
Millainen? On. Viro.
Maa.
Man, I hope I got this right because I probably might got this all the way wrong. Dang. All right. Obviously, my Finnish is not that good. Whoa. All right. That's definitely time for me to practice. I definitely do need to practice on that, though. But yeah, like I had a story that I was working on, and the story was pretty simple. All right. Since I mean I'm still working on it, so just bear with me, and I do feel like telling y'all about it because you're gonna compare it. Obviously, I'm gonna write a story. Like I'm writing my story. You're gonna find a way to compare it, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, this story sounds like this, or this story sounds like that, and it's like there are references to other stories and stuff like that. But like this is mostly my original idea, or I just happen to like pull some of the ideas out of like things that inspired me. But the whole idea isn't for it to be like other things. And since there's only four of y'all up in here, I feel comfortable telling y'all about it because like lotion and bows, bruh. I honestly do. I don't know why this is like this. Like, I don't know why it's like that. Like, maybe it's just because of like they're not ashy, they're just dark. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, so my stories okay, so my story ultimately goes like this. Obviously, it's racially motivated, but it doesn't take place in America. It doesn't take place in America as much as it takes place in kind of like an America-like setting. And So it's like the cities are going to be obviously differently named. The race people are going to be differently named and stuff like that. And like I said, it's not black and white as much as it's light and dark. So it's like you can literally be light here and dark here. So it's the reason why I did that was on purpose because there's going to be people that are racially ambiguous. So people like if you go somewhere, they're going to be like, "Oh, you're light," and if you go to you go to a different place, they're like, "Oh, you're dark." So I did that on purpose. But the story ultimately goes, there was like I got a whole universe for this thing. So just know that this like the story it automatically like there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes down in my second book in my second story series that leads to the story that I'm truly interested in like getting into. And one of the things that resulted from that story is that like this one place is sort of like not necessarily called the Maniverse. That's funny. Well, it's not really that it's colonized or anything like it is. It's kind of like it's kind of colonized, but not really. Like it's like a really, really, really big city. It's like I want to say for the sake of like trying to make it seem a little bit more organized. Imagine like a whole city. Imagine a whole city divided into like 15. Imagine like a state divided into 15 cities. Okay. So there's a square one, square two, square three, square four, square five, all the way down to 15. So square one is known as the black square or the dark square because that's where most of the dark people that's where most of the dark people are at. So dark. So it's like square one dark, square two slightly dark, square three, slightly dark, square, all the way from like square ones through five, there's like a prominent number of dark people. So from like square six, that's a no, I want to say square seven, that's like the perfect area where it's like the perfect like there's a much diverse demographic in square six. No, it's either square six or square seven. And it's like they're like it's like really diverse. There's a fair number of both light and dark people there, and everybody kind of lives in harmony at least a little bit. But obviously, from square 8 to 15, that's where it starts to get more light. And square 15 is where it's mostly just light people. It's mostly just like light people who are rich. Like they are very, very, very rich in comparison to everybody else. So the further up you go, the more like obviously you start to see the segregation, and you start to see that the segregation is not just through light and dark, but through color as well. If I am born so that's a big part of it. You find out that the reason why this is happening is because in the last book, some people committed some shenanigans and like sort of like invaded this area and pushed like this whole area, this whole city, this whole state used to actually be a nice little diverse demographic of light and dark people who lived in harmony until these people who live in square 15 now just completely like colonized everything and ruined everything and kind of messed everything up. I made this story, by the way, over a decade ago, so just bear with me here. I'm going off of like memory. Okay, so but yeah, that's the whole thing that goes on with that. And then the thing is that like people, obviously racism occurs because a lot of people from like we'll say square 12 to square 15 don't know anything about what it's like to be dark outside of what they're taught. So they're taught, oh, you know, dark people are not even people. You can do whatever you want to them. So they would have this thing called the brightening hour or the brightening day, where people from like one of the light squares will go into some of the dark squares and just cause as much trouble as possible. And they'll, like, you know, they'll break things that, like, you know, if you're outside at night, and yes, this is a reference to sundown towns. If you were outside at night during the brightening day, then then the light people who just came in from the lighter squares would harass you and do certain things to you. You were lucky to come home without a couple of bruises, if at all, right? So as time goes by, you got like all these people who just come in. Like, once again, they literally would drive from like where they are to this other place to go harass these people. And you know, obviously the big thing, the story starts off with this character who is basically the equivalent of a modern day superhero who saves these people during the brightening day and beats the crap out of the light settlers that come up in there to harass people. Obviously, the light settlers, they come back, they drive back to, you know, they drive back to the light squares, and they remind everybody, hey, don't go to this part of the town and this time, don't go to that area at that time, because if you do, something will happen to you. Something will like happen to you, you know. So more people, instead of brightening day being like one day, you'll have like all of these bright people coming down to these areas to harass these people and try to goad the superhero into, you know, like defending them and stuff like that, because they all think, oh, it's just some regular guy. We can't really do it. You know, he can't do anything to all of us. He can't take us all, right? And then you find out that the character that I made is this ridiculously overpowered dark dude who is, you know, like, he just happens to live in Square One, where everybody's always doing the harassing, and he just one man armies everything. Obviously, down the line, you find out that this person exists because of the book before it, and you find out that he actually was somebody who got killed in the book before it, and he came back as a the way he had came back from death is actually one of my favorite parts of my story, because it's just something that I 100% just made up on the fly. I hate the fact that I'm pretty sure somebody's going to think, oh no, you took that from something else. No. In Louisiana, we have voodoo, you know what I'm saying? We have Vodun, as they call it. And one of the things was that, like, in my story, the character who died in the last book, some kids tried to do a native ritual, kind of similar to something that they learned from from the old country or whatever. So they wanted to like try to do their old voodoo ritual. The problem is that they actually did it right, and they didn't expect things to go the way they did, and they freaked out, and abandoned the whole process halfway through. So the spirit that they woke up needed a body to like manifest itself. So that spirit went into the spirit of this dead guy who was reverse lynched, and who, by the way, like, my story, it also does have lynching in it, but it's like instead of, I call it planting, instead of them suspending you from a tree, they actually dig you in the dirt and then have your feet out, so your feet look like plants. It's very morbid. It's supposed to be like, it's a bit of a reverse. And yeah, but it's like, so this man was planted, and the spirit brought him back to life, and he's like this unkillable one-man army style superhero who could channel in this supernatural ability and just kind of do all types of cool stuff with it and stuff like that. The whole idea is that this person is a superhero who's protecting people in Square One during the brightening hours. And I have no clue what his name is going to be yet. But the whole idea was that, like, I have an extension on these areas because there's more to it than that. Because you find out while he is protecting these people, there's a group that's slowly trying to be made right now. And there's a group that's trying to be made to protect dark people from the light people in Square 15. And Square 15 is the most corrupt square. So that's how I open it up. That's kind of how I open it up, though. It's like, oh wow, the superhero is protecting these oppressed people from these terrorizers who is attacking them for no reason, and then you find out that it's a much bigger thing than that. And I got like, and nobody cared. Like that's the reason why I could like talk about my story on here because nobody cares. Nobody's like, y'all not listening anyway, so I'm good. I'm gonna try to give me some more hearts. I'm gonna get back into this. Hold on. Ganteleo Suomalainen on soiten. That's gonna mess me up. How's it going? Yeah, I care. Anyway, quitting time. I gotta dip out. I hope you're actually putting some of this down on paper. Oh yeah, dude. I've been working on this story for like more than a decade. I've been waiting for you to start working on your book. I still am. I'm still working on the story. It's like I'm still working on it. It's a challenge to like put together because I'm trying to organize everything chronologically. And the problem is that like I do this thing where like I had like a whole bunch of projects that I did, and instead of me like turning them all into separate projects, I started compiling them all together into just one big thing. And in the process of me doing that, like I'm now trying to like find a way to connect them. You know what I'm saying? And that's my challenge right now. It's like instead of me working on one of my stories and just trying to get that story finished, I've now looked at all of my old projects and I was like, you know what? This could take place in this time frame, and this could take place around this time frame. Okay, this can happen in here, and this can happen in here, and I'm gonna just go ahead. And I started looking like Charlie Day in that meme picture where he's like posting up the pictures of who is this person. You have to make an outline and draft as you go. That's what I've been doing. Like I said, this is actually a much bigger story than I'm telling you that it is. It's like there's a lot more to it that happens, but it's like it's a lot, dude. Like, I haven't even talked about like the kid who I haven't even talked about in my story about the kid who gets shot by a cop and like, gets saved from a hospital that's trying to kill him. Author? I'm not an author. I'm just a guy who writes. I'm just a guy who's writing and trying to get that written stuff happening. I could probably like talk about that part too. Okay, so later on in my story, okay, so there's this kid who obviously this. Okay, so here's a scenario. Hey, Miss Chrissy, how you doing today? So in my story, there's this other scenario that happens. There's this kid. He's obviously sitting on a bench in front of a grocery store, and he's waiting for his mom to come pick him up. And a cop approaches him and basically says, "Hey, I got a call that you're disturbing some people here." Obviously, the cop is starting some trouble up with this kid who's like 15 years old, but he's a little bit bigger. He's a little bit on the bigger side, so he looks like a young adult. The cop gets upset with them and shoots the kid. So obviously at some point in the story, they try to make it seem like the kid is dead, but you find out that the kid isn't dead. They're actually on life support in a hospital where the people in Square 15 are trying to like, kill him. You know what I'm saying? But there's this group of people who find out about the hospital and then save the kid before the doctor who is trying to kill him can get to him. So there's I make a whole story about that. And you find out that the reason why they even know about the hospital in the first place is because one of the nurses there, who is this big white dude, he tells the group about what's going to happen to this kid. So they save him, from that. He obviously he comes back to life because he was on life support, but he comes back to life. He's doing okay. And he basically he spends a good bit of time in a wheelchair. So he's part of the group, but he's also he's a part. He's really like this group's first mission, so to speak. And that was kind of like something else that I was going to do with that. And, the group, like I said, the group saves this kid from getting killed by this corrupt doctor. And, it was like a whole thing that they were going to do. But also the main character, who is at this point now still a very, very, very angry person who just likes beating the crap out of racists. He finds the cop who shoots this kid, puts him in a dark room, and beats the crap out of him. And, so that was kind of like one of the things that I was going to like try to do with this story a little bit. Like it was going to be kind of like my social commentary that I was going to use. It was my social commentary to a whole bunch of situations that was happening at the time, and my take on like what I feel should have been done about it. I even have like another story where like I even have like another part of the story where like people like once again people thought that the kid was dead. People thought that the cop killed the kid. So they're like obviously banding together and trying to do things for the family. And somebody there was like this function that happened to try to like show some support for the family of the child who was shot. And like somebody tries to shoot up that function in my story. And and it's kind of a reference to the Dylan Roof thing because this kid's name is Dylan Luger. And obviously the main character finds Dylan Luger, puts him in a room, beats the crap out of him. The whole idea is that I wanted to make a story about basically somebody finding racist and beating the crap out of them because I feel like we don't have enough stories like that. So, but the problem is I didn't want to make it like I wanted to hit it close to home, but I didn't want to make it too much like home. So it's like obviously it's a completely different universe, completely different situation. I got like a whole thing that I'm doing with that. It's a lot, but ultimately it's my social commentary put into this sort of fictional, fantastic type situation, and But would y'all read that? I know it sounds a little gruesome at first, but I promise you, it's not. But who would read that? I appreciate that very much. I'd give it a shot. Thanks. The whole idea was that it was supposed to initially be it was supposed to be a comic book series because the main character the main character is basically like a homeless person with superpowers, but he doesn't look like a superhero. He doesn't, he's not like this muscular, he's not like this muscular person. The idea is that like he's a homeless guy. So he looks like a bum. He looks like, he's a little bit on the fat side. He's black. I basically wanted him to look like me, except much more unhinged. So it's like because he's a superhero, but he's a superhero simply because you write poetry. That's awesome. See, everybody's a writer up in here, but not in the normal vein that may see it as. Is that even possible? I don't know what like the whole idea is that like he's a superhero, but it's like he's just. But he's like he's invulnerable. He has super strength. He's invulnerable and he has super strength, but like he can't fly or nothing like that. He can't fly. I don't know if he's gonna have super speed yet, but like the whole idea is that like he's invulnerable and he has super strength. So the whole idea is that like because he gets shot a lot. He gets hit by cars a lot. He gets thrown out. He gets like thrown out of windows a lot. Like a lot of stuff happens to him. I just know it would do better than Hancock. I meant more unhinged than you. I'm not unhinged. I'm very much hinged. I'm on the hinge. I am the hinge. I am the hinge. And I'm unhinged. Shut up. But like I say, a lot of stuff happens to this guy though. So he gets like I say, he gets no back talk. I'm like going, dude, if any other time I would totally kick your behind. And they shoot him. And they shoot him. And obviously he's the main character, so he gets shot and he goes, ow, and he take bullets out of the shot holes and all this other stuff. And then he just takes the car and just bam, throws them. He just takes the police car and just throws it at the cops who shot him. Life is most certainly because Hancock was a perfect idea for a film, but executed poorly. I don't want to compare what I do to Hancock. I don't like the comparison because you're not the first person to actually say that. Guess who's my favorite character in your story? Who is your favorite character in my story? Fun fact, I talked to Jovi about my story a lot, so this would be interesting. Who is your favorite character in my story? Because I don't honestly I like every character. But yeah, like the whole idea is that like he but yeah, like The older black lady. Yes. Oh my God, you're so right. I forgot to mention her. Oh boy. Okay, so like the main character in the story, I'm just gonna call him MC for right now. The main character in my story, once again, he is a violent, easily angered. He's a violent, easily angered homeless guy who likes to beat the crap out of racists. That's his whole thing. He is this unhinged, angry. Basically, he's basically like this unhinged, really angry. He just wants to find racists and beat the crap out of them. That's his whole thing. So, but he ends up becoming part of this group who is like trying to find better ways to actually go about solving problems. Because his whole thing is, I just want to find racists and beat the crap out of them. And there's this old lady who works in the kitchen, who is like kind of just sort of like like I say, he's a black dude. So he sees, like he's a black dude, and every old lady he sees his mom, he sees his grandmother. So like this old lady, what I'm saying, she works in the kitchen, and you got to understand, this dude is like quite possibly the most unbeatable, powerful person in my story. And this old black lady tell him, go ahead, go get the spoon out of the drawer. And he'll be like, yes, ma'am. And he'll just go get the spoon out of the drawer. You know what I'm saying? Like, she can like just tell him to do stuff and he'll just do it. And he'll like, at some point he gets angry. At some point he does get angry at somebody else. Like, they'll just have like a shouting match. And she says, what are y'all doing up in here instead of cooking? And he goes, sorry, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And she's like the sweetest lady too. She's like a sweet old lady at the end of the day. And he's just like this undeniable force of nature, but he just bends to this woman's will because she's she's, first off, like I say, he sees grandma, he sees mama. He can't deny this old lady. That's my favorite story. That's my favorite part of the story. Oh, hold on. It's getting dark up in here. Yeah. So yeah, that's my favorite part of the story. Yeah. You thank you so much for like reminding me about her, because yes, she works in the kitchen, stuff like that. And, like at some point, like MC does go over to the old lady and ask her, you can just relax for the rest of your life. Why are you working in a kitchen? You can just sit at home and just chill forever. And she's just like, well, somebody, like, she's like, if I do it, then all the food up here ain't gonna taste good. And she's like this, like I said, she's just the sweetest person. Like, but she's like the sweetest. I mean, obviously, like everybody had a mama, everybody had a grandma, so they know, like obviously the sweetness can sour up a little bit if it needs to. But like I said, it's just the idea that he's just this absolute menace that this old lady can say, get back in the kitchen and wash them dishes. And he go, yes, ma'am. Yes, my favorite part of the story. Absolutely. But yeah, that's kind of like, because once he becomes part of this group, his whole thing is that like he obviously has to kind of like take it upon himself to like be less violent, be less angry, crush a lot less throats. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to Jovi for bringing that up. That is awesome. I really appreciate you like reminding me about that. I forgot her name too. I was gonna give her. I forgot her name, and I'm gonna give her like a very, very, very very cool name or something like that. Something that I can remember. But until then, her name is Momo. But yeah, I appreciate you I want to tell you about a book idea I have. Oh, well, go ahead, man. Like I said, I've been working on my story for like a long time, so I can tell you a lot of stuff about it. But yeah, I mean, shoot, if you wanna, I mean, go ahead, fire away. I actually, while you do that, I'm actually like, there was this, I'm trying to think about like what was the movie that inspired me to write this book, because a friend of mine actually recommended that I watch a movie. And it was about like these black people kind of move, like, sort of like coming together to sort of challenge this oppressive regime that was going into their city. And I thought to myself, why don't I do that? and that's kind of what it was. But I forgot the name of the movie. But yeah, it was kind of like, but the whole idea is that like the story actually is about a group of black people coming all the way. I always would start and stop writing. It's the idea I kept tucking in and pulling back out. Yeah, like, like I say, the best way to get rid of writer's block is to write. I've been writing this story for years too. Oh my goodness, because like this story is bigger than like what I'm saying. There's so many like points up in there that I'm trying. There's so many points up in there that I actually like worked on and stuff like that. Like I make a lot of references to a lot of stuff that's happening in like current society, but I can't stress enough. It's so that this story is like massive actually because I made a whole universe about it. I just don't know specifically what part of the story I want to tell yet, and that's the hard part because I want the story to be accurate. I don't want like any plot holes. I don't want any continuity errors, and that's the hard part. The hard part is writing everything up so that everything is like temporally correct. It's not that I don't want anything. I don't want things to be airtight. I just want the plot holes that I work on to be intentional instead of like speculative. I don't want people to be like, well, actually, in this one, this happened, but also in this one, this happened. And these are like two different things. So, which one is actually the real thing, and which one is the other thing that didn't happen? And also, why did you write the part that didn't happen? I don't want that. I don't want that. But one constant will remain. Sweet old black lady can put this guy in his place if she chooses to. Yes. Momo is definitely a driving force in this story. But yeah, like I said, the best way to write is to write, dude. Oh boy, this is gonna be a challenge. This is gonna be a challenge though. I should really get back on that. I really should. By the way, shout out to Andy DeVirgo. I don't know if I answered your question or not, but life be life, bro. I do appreciate you popping up. And thanks for not being Anton Targaryen. If you don't know that name, then thank you. 4 people up in here still. That's dope. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna assume that. Okay. So Megas went off for a little bit. Megas went off for a little bit. Jovi is still here. RC and basketball is still here, and I'm gonna assume that the 4th is Miss Christie. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Chocolatne Zayets something Zayets. The nata oh. La chocolatne Zayets something Zayets. Something nata oh. La chocolatne Zayets something Zayets. Something oh. Give me a second, y'all. I am hello again. Manny, dumbest idea ever, right? It's about a teen that grows up in an abusive household. He then gets electrocuted, ends up back alive with powers of water and electricity. Honestly, I don't think it's dumb. Why would you, dude? Watch my content. I would not think that that's a dumb idea. Like, oh my god, you're being much harder on yourself than I could ever be. I ended up shelving the idea because I couldn't quite figure out how he got the powers. Some people need an origin background. Yeah, that's a good thing about being a writer. You could just that's a good thing about being a writer. Like, here's a cool thing that you could do. You could literally like just make it, you could literally just start it off with him just your protagonist just having the power, although most superhero ideas are unrealistic. I mean, yeah. I mean, like, how often do you see people actually get superpowers? You know? Like, what's the most realistic way to get superpowers? Oh, here's the answer. None. Like, that's crazy, dude. Like, you can do whatever you want. That's the whole thing about being a writer. One of my favorite things my favorite things about writing is when you start off from the middle of the plot, the nobody in real life is turning into Spider-Man after being bit by a spider, a radioactive spider. That's the part that you need to remember. That spider had channeling abilities. Okay. It wasn't just like somebody just randomly got bit by a spider and became a spider person. That spider was like specifically like engineered to be a super spider or whatever, and it just bit him and turned him into what he was. But as I've pointed out before, though, like one of my favorite stories, one of my favorite story elements that I like is the idea of starting the story from like the middle of the story and then just spreading back to the beginning. Like I don't know if you watch Super Sentai or not, but there was I don't know if you watch Super Sentai, but like there was a thing in a super this I forget which one. I think it was Kyoryuger, but like the main character, the Sentai, the Rangers, they didn't know each other. Like so they all kind of like they didn't really know each other outside of like outside of their mask form. So like they didn't really know who they were teaming up with. So I think the majority of the first couple episodes was them trying to find out who each other were, just so they could like like come together and form a team. God, I forgot. I really did forget. It's been forever since I watched Kyoryuger. But yeah, it was kind of like they didn't know each other before, and when they ultimately found each other, that's when they like started like forming a team and stuff like that. But for a while, it was like, oh hey, we're a team and we actually bound together and stuff. Never seen it before. Yeah, it's a Sentai series. It's a Sentai series. It's like it got adopted into a Power Ranger series here in America. But like one of the whole things was that like they didn't know each other. They teamed up, but they didn't know each other. So ultimately, what happened was that like you find out the origin of the team like much later than when they actually like get introduced. It's a pretty bonkers story. It's pretty crazy how that happens. I forget. Or I mean, like the cool thing about like writing stories is once again it's your story. You can do whatever you want with it. If you want to give a character their origin much later in the story, sometimes that makes for a better story because you'll have people reading your story and going, okay, how did they get their powers though? And you can just be like, shh, it's a secret. I'll tell you later. And that could just be your thing until you decide to find a way to give them an origin. I mean, look at the Joker. How long was the Joker around before we had an idea on where he came from? Sometimes the story is in the mystery. Like once again, I just gave y'all like a whole crap load of stuff in my story. But like I'm telling you, if you were to actually read my story, you'd be like, why didn't you tell us about this part? What do you mean the black card lost? What are you talking about? Who's the pusher? Why is he called the pusher? It's like, who's Gransley? I haven't told you guys about Gransley. I haven't told y'all about the black card loss. I haven't told y'all about like, Gransley and the pusher, and what happened to Sam Cofield. I haven't told y'all anything about my story yet. But I told y'all enough. Yeah, but yeah, sometimes the proper story. Sometimes the story is in the mystery. Hopefully that means something for you down the line. I'm not sure, but should you decide to actually The first book I ever wrote was about a rich serial killer who paid his victims insane amounts of money in exchange for their body parts. That's not all it was about, but that's the key in the book. Ooh, that is gruesome. That's pretty gruesome. I mean, it's sad part is not completely unrealistic, which should freak you out a little bit. La chocolate zayets, then something zayets. Bata oh. La chocolate zayets, something zayets. Dito mata oh. La chocolate zayets. I can't get a song out of my head. Oh my god. Okay, so one time I was on Facebook, I typed in the year that I was born, and it showed me this Russian cartoon about this rabbit and this wolf. And I read too much Stephen King and James Patterson as a child and teen. James Patterson, that's a new one. I never heard that name before. La chocolate zayets, something zayets, lata oh. God, that song is in my head. Like that's locked in. Like I said, it was some kind of cartoon, and like the whole thing was it was supposed to be like a chase cartoon, kind of like Tom and Jerry or Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner and stuff like that. And the whole thing is that like at some point when a rabbit does something that's like clever or creative, that song comes up, and the song is literally like chocolate is literally like this dude singing about how he's a chocolate bunny, and but it's so catchy. Like it has a catchy song, man. He would change his facial appearance after every killing he did. So yes, the character was meant to be sadistic. Yeah, hopefully your character gets his butt kicked or something. Like, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie, I would read that because you wrote it, but I would not I would be a little angry because it's like, okay, it sounds like things have gotten weird. I'm not talking about I'm talking about a song in Russia, okay? But I can't get a song out of my head now. La chocolate zayets, something zayets, something oh. La chocolate zayets, something zayets. Oh, hey, Miss Maya. Something zayets. I seriously hope that you guys like stick around when I actually start like playing video games on here. Like I said, I'm want to believe that I'm going to be getting my gaming console pretty soon. So once I do, that's the plan. The plan is to like start just gaming and stuff like that. And now I won't lie to you guys though. I'm gonna play a lot of games that y'all probably might not really care that much about, or probably might not even want to like see being played. But I'm gonna most likely be playing games that I like. So God, I can't get that song out of my head. Come on. What is that song called again? Hold on. Pierre Narcisse, Chocolat Zayas. Okay, it sounds like things have gotten weird. Shut up, Megs. Megs, I know I say this a lot, but I genuinely believe that you was going to be like one of my trolls when you got here. I don't know why I thought that, but like I'm glad you're not. But like when you first came up in here, yes, Pierre Narcisse. You know who that is? Have you heard the song before? Something da. Yeah, the only reason why I know that song is because I went on Facebook, I went through the little gift thing and typed in the year that I was born, and it showed the little bunny that this cartoon was made off of. And apparently when I and like I said, whenever the bunny did something clever, they will play that song. And like I can't get a song out of my head now. La chocolate is something something is something something oh oh. La chocolate is something something is something something oh. One of the reasons I fell out of love with the book was because it was about 4 characters. Blankety blank, a victim that resisted him and escaped, big bad mob boss, and a cop chasing. Okay, yeah. A big mob boss. What does a mob boss have to do with it? I had a lot going on in the book. Oh, yeah, I bet. I think someone used it on their YouTube. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. Remember YouTube poops? Oh, my God, those are so stupid. I used to hate those, man. I remember one time they actually like used to do a thing where like they would literally like take the words they would make a YouTube poop and they would call it something else. They would make a YouTube poop and they would call it something else and like, you know, kind of like as a way to like bait you into watching this stupid thing. Oh God. I used to hate that. Cause I really love that song. Cause I love that song. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? I used to love that song. And they used to play the heck out of that song, bro. Yeah, like whenever I think of the YouTube poops, I think of that 4 Non-Blondes. Yeah. Yeah, whenever I hear the word YouTube poop, I immediately think of the He-Man, the He-Man that meme and how stupid it was. Oh my God, it was so stupid. I'm so glad that era. I want to believe that era of YouTube is over. That song reminds me of Sense8. I was about to actually watch that show before, and like, I don't remember that song. That was in there. Was that during the the pool party scene? I actually thought that He-Man was hilarious. I did not. Oh my God, I was so aggravated by that because it got really popular really quick, and they used to like try to find a way to put it in everything. God, it was so stupid. That was so dumb. I hated it. It's during a few scenes. Okay, yeah, I need to watch Sense8 again. I remember that show getting canceled for some weird reason. No, it was over. Did it get canceled? I don't know. The Mob Boss was, if I remember correctly, because I wrote this book over 19 years ago, Mob Boss was there to eventually run head-on incidental encounter with the SK, which in turn made them enemies. They're singing it together. It was canceled. Oh man, I thought it was finished. Because like that story actually did do a lot. Like I like the premise of that story. I think that the Wachowskis made that one, right? Did the Wachowskis make Sense8? So hold on. Yeah, they made it. Yeah, I figured that. It was so long ago. I initially wrote it all on a floppy disk. Dude, I'm going to tell you right now. I like to think that what your Dollar Tree sock game is on point. What do you mean? Oh yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking about something else. But yeah, Dollar. Shout out to Dollar Tree socks. Shout out to socks. Period. Am I right? We used to like make jokes about how those were like terrible gifts to get on Father's Day. Now we all appreciate them. Like I'm not even a father. If you gave me socks, I'd be like, heck yeah, let's go. Let's go, warm feet. Dollar Tree carries a bunch of socks that have pop culture themes. What? That's okay. I wish socks were free in draws. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like if there was anything in the world that should be like at least cheaper, if not free, it should be underwear. You know, I always found kind of weird. I mean, the fact that like public nudity is illegal, but like clothes are expensive. Like, think about that real quick. Public nudity is illegal, but clothes are expensive. Everything from candy and soda brands to video games to 80s cartoons. You remember back when like you used to like there was a time where they actually have like comic book heroes. Yeah, like remember when they used to have like pop culture references on underwear? Like I don't know if that's still a thing, but you remember that? Like when like little kid, like you know, when you had like underwear made for kids, and they would have like you know like it would be like some sort of like cartoon character or something on it. I just think that I always find that kind of hilarious because it's like nobody would see it. So it kind of just it didn't make sense. You mean like Underoos? Yeah, I think so. I'll say Underoos, yeah. I like the different brands of cranberry juice in the dollar store. Raise the price another 30 cents. I might as well go to the store and just buy the big size bottle. Yeah, may as well. Shoot. Cranberry sauce out here just having a baby with everybody. I love that meme, by the way. I thought that was funny as heck when I saw it. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and stream this other game that I'm playing. All right. Whenever I say that I'm playing a game that is like kind of taking over. Oh, I can't stream that. Okay, never mind. No problem. The cranberry juice is the best deal in Dollar Tree. Hey, we all respect it. Man, Sensei was like looking back. Sensei was a good show. Jovi, you just unlocked a random memory for me. Like I remember I actually watched that show back in the day, and the first thing that went through my mind is I kind of remember bits and pieces of it, but I like the superpower that involved in it. The whole idea that you could like switch places with other people. And it's like, you know, everybody kind of like sort of shared that same connection. I forgot what the connection specifically was, but that was a cool idea. The lady said, Shannon, give me a at that point. I would have hung up and blocked that number. Okay. That's different. Okay. Yowie Wowie. Couldn't be me, dog. Could not be me. You would not catch me in that situation. Absolutely not. No sir, Bob. Like, are you serious? No, that's crazy. That is bananas. That is bonkers. Why? Like I said, I went from not knowing about the Shannon Sharp situation to like kind of like not really. That's definitely not something that I can get in. It's like I like rule number one, people watch who you share a bed with. It's just that simple. Like be mindful of who you are sharing a bed with. It's just that simple. You know what I mean? Like just know that like there's gonna be some people out there that you're probably not. There's gonna be some people out there you're probably that's not gonna be, you know, like some people. It's like or at least like have better conversations. Like I really kind of wish when you have money, it's like vultures circling you while you're living. Yeah, but it's like you should still like. I feel like you should just be able to just like you know just if you're going to if it's guaranteed that y'all are going to do something, y'all should at least talk about that. I have zero sympathy for Sharp. I don't know. Why not? Manny, can I be perfectly honest? Yeah. Thanks for asking. I mean, no, dude, you should totally like lie right now. What kind of question is that? Okay. But no, seriously, go ahead, man. But my whole thing is that, like, you know, yeah, just watch who you share a bed with. It's just that simple. I don't understand, like, how hard is that for, like, some people to understand. It's like, you know, just say straight up, hey, look, I'm looking to smash. I'm not really trying to look for it. I'm looking to smash. I'm not looking for any. I'm not trying to pay for anything. I'm not trying to have any kids. I'm not trying to do any of that stuff. I'm just looking to smash. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Just say that. What's so hard about like just being upfront about something like that? Because dude can just go to the third world and pay for all of behind he wants without the OnlyFans foolishness. That is different than what I expected you to say. But I mean, you got a point there. We as people have to stop using blank as a coping mechanism. That's how people end up with, yeah, but yeah, I get that. I'm not denying that. Yeah. That's the reason why I said straight up. Like, that's the reason why I said straight up. If I ever do get successful, I'm buying like all types of self-pleasuring paraphernalia. I'm not doing anything with another life. I'm not trying to do anything with another life, with another like human lady. I'll get a robot. I'll get a robot. I will get like, you know, a doll. I will get, you know, pocket apparatus, whatever it may be. Like, I am like real ladies, absolutely not. Because it's just way too easy to get in trouble. It's way too easy to get caught up. I realize now that I'm not good at like, you know, dealing with that sort of thing. So yeah, like, you know, shoot, if I could, like, you know, easier is better. Easier is better. Shoot. I'm not trying to have any kids. I'm not trying to have any kids. I'm not trying to get any, like, you know, cases. None of that. Shannon is too old to let himself get played like this. He is. But also, like, another thing too is that, like, I think we kind of forgetting something here. Shannon looks like that. Shannon is an old man, but he looks like that. You know what I'm saying? He's still in spectacular shape and he's still a good-looking guy. It's really easy for him to kind of get tricked into that stuff because of the fact that he probably just thought, man, I'm good looking, I'm physically fit, I'm rich, I can still do whatever I want. And honestly, he, for a short time, could. He has a nice body, but he's not good looking to me. But what I'm saying is that, like, to somebody else out there, he looks spectacular. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is that, like, you know, he doesn't look like an old man. He carries himself like an old man, but he doesn't look like an old man. And when you when you're a good looking person, of course you're going to think that you're capable. Like, of course you're going to think you're untouchable. I absolutely believe it can be. I got dudes in my family with 9 or more kids, and they're barely on the other side of 40. That is intense. He doesn't look like he's close to 60. That's what I'm saying. And he doesn't. And what's even crazier is a lot of people don't look like they're close to 60 nowadays. Look at Jovi. Like, Jovi is like 40, like Jovi's like 41, 42, and she doesn't look a day over 39. You know what I'm saying? To put this in perspective, like, old people don't look old anymore. Like, old people don't look old no more. Like, look at Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson is still hot, and she's like, at least, did you say I'm close to 60? No, I said you were 42. 41? Hold on, wait. No, wait. Are you? No, you're 43. No. Did you call me old? No. All I'm saying is that, like, you're 40, like, in this day and age, 43 is old. In this day and age, Shannon getting out that truck with that person doing a sassy strut took me out. I have no clue what you're referring to. That just seems like dudes likes to smash. I don't know. 43 isn't old, though. I'm not saying that it is old. I was born in 77. Wait, what's the number there? Wait, I don't know numbers. 43. No, I'm not saying 43 is old. I'm saying in this day and age. Okay, tell a kid that you're 43 years old. God, y'all are popping off on me. Giovanna's older than my mom. Yes, she still looks useful. That's what I'm saying. Is like, what I'm saying is that, like, Jovi is much older than she looks. And everybody is old, like, older than they look nowadays. Because, you know, like, smoking is not really popular anymore. I love the fact that in this day and age, like, smoking is, like, not a thing anymore. So people are just, like, deceptively young looking. I didn't mean anything by it. My bad. Dang. I wasn't trying to throw any shade on anybody. I'm old. I'm an old guy. Shoot. I'm literally like, oh man, I'm literally like maybe 2 years away from death every day. I'm almost 40 and has literally got my depression thunderstorm going nuts, but I guess it's better than being worm dinner. Like I said, I'm gonna die eventually, but it's like I'm probably gonna get killed. But the whole thing is that like I'm probably gonna get killed before I actually die, natural causes. But because I'm a black dude, that's natural causes. But what I will say though is that like, but that's my whole thing is that like Shannon Sharp is like he's like probably like, he's in that position where he probably just thought, okay, I'm untouchable, I can do whatever I want, and he realized now that he can't. My whole thing is that like part of me gets really agitated when I see like calling yourselves old when you're just 30 something is making things sound worse, not better. You know what? Shannon Sharp definitely is okay, so we can all agree that 40 is young. We can all agree that 40 is young. I'm still old. I still consider myself to be an old person, but that's only because I have a bad back, I have depression, and my life sucks. But also, I think it's kind of weird because, like, if you ever like actually look back in the like at a bunch of old TV shows, a lot of those people were like in their late 20s, early 30s. He's too daggone old to be lusting after IG and OnlyFans models. It's not young either. It's middle age. Damn, you still alive? Yes. I'm genuinely. Wait, what the hell? 9 people? I haven't been looking at that number lately. 9 people? Who are y'all? Yo, what is happening? Uh-oh, wait a minute. Okay, how many trolls I got up in here? Trolls, show your hands. Is that Anton Targaryen and J-Rob and Jacob Johnson guy still around? I think Young is only up to like 36. There he goes, guys. Bro, weeding them out. I'm not weeding them out. I'm just saying, like, it's like, hey guys, I see. It's like, hey guys, I see you. It's like, dude, I love how as soon as I said that, because I had 9 people up in here earlier. Then I said, hey trolls, show yourselves, and now it's like back to 7. Like, I don't get it. It's like I will never understand haters, bro. I will never understand haters. I do not. I'm 48. I would never understand haters, bro. Like, why y'all around? Like, what? And y'all still hate my guts. Why are y'all around? Certified lover boy, certified stalker now. Then trolls be committed. Yeah, they do. Like, I had like J-Rob, Jacob Johnson, and Anton Targaryen was up in here all at the same time. I don't know what they want from me. They're not like they're not like y'all. Absolutely. And these cats that want to troll me, why they still around? Certified lover boy, certified stalker now. What? Hold up. Block. That's a mug. Block. I'm gonna do my stuff. Why are you trolling like a what? Ain't you tired? Trying to cut a chord, and it's probably A minor. Block. That's our boy. That's our boy Truant. Oh my god. Okay, all right. Serious question though. How many of y'all actually came up in here to troll me? How many of y'all actually initially came up in here to troll me? Like what? Okay, matter of fact, let's out. Because like Jovi is like one of the true people I actually know outside of the group. I'm gonna do my stuff. How many like when y'all first came up in here? When y'all first came up in here, what were y'all intending? Like, what were y'all intending on doing? Just hanging out? Why does the pig cook everything in the oven all the time? I don't know what pig you're referring to, man. I'm not smart. If shout out to the 7 that's up in here though. Like I genuinely don't know why y'all are still here, but I appreciate it all the same. Y'all are very cool people. Thank y'all. Man, I don't really understand what. Man, I've been on here for like 3 hours. I feel really bad. Bacon is in his jeans. Hey, clever. I like that. I like that. That's dope. Uh, shout out to the six, man. I don't get it. Oh, that was clever though. I like that joke. Manny, it was a little animal jokey joke. I got it. Yeah, I got it. I love puns. I love puns. I like wordplay. I think that's dope. You know. Hands in the chat. Who's still up in here? I know Miss Christie is still up in here. True just popped up. Maya is still here. Want to say Megs is kind of still in the building. I know he's busy. I don't know anybody else. Jovi is in here. Jovi is here. Okay, so I got maybe like one troll and probably me. Okay, but yeah, like I said, my whole thing about Shannon Sharp situation is that like I feel bad for Shannon Sharp a little bit though because like honestly, he's like he could get whoever he wants. Like he can do what he could like get whoever he wants. Like why would you want to go for something? Why would you go for it? Why young? What is? Have you seen these like the majority of the women that are in his age group are all certified baddies now? You said shout out to the six, not like the six guy like Drake. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. I never actually sat down and listened to a Drake song before. Like, I don't know. It's not that I hate Drake or anything like that, but it's just that, like, I don't really listen. Like I say, I actually don't like music. I know it sounds weird because every so often I'm always like bopping off in the song or whatever, but I could not tell you, like, I couldn't tell you I could not tell you a new rapper to save my life. Like gun in my head, you told me, hey, if you know, gun in my head, you say, name a new rapper right now. Young Kangaroo, I don't know, shoot me. I mean, there could be a rapper named Young Kangaroo. I don't know. Is there a rapper named Young Kangaroo? Young Guru? DJ Farmhouse? I don't know. Gun in my head, say, man, name a rapper right now. Like name a new rapper right now. I don't know. Face Tag. Am I close? I feel like if you just say like two random words, that'll be like easily the best rapper name. And I bet you I bet you it'll be like a white rapper too. But yeah, I never actually sat down and listened to like 80 of Drake's songs. Like the only reason why I think I actually listened to one song, it was because it was on the radio in my room. Like it was on the radio, and my homeboy was driving the car, and you know he just happened to be a Drake fan, and but like I said, I'm just sitting there. I'm not even listening to the song. I'm just sort of like in my own little world while it's playing. The only reason I even know about, I mean, but also the only reason why I know about, obviously the Kendrick Lamar song is because it's the most overplayed song of this year. That year was it last year? Was it this year? It was released last year, right? Was it last year? Hold on. Okay, it was last year. Okay, it was last year. Got it. But yeah, it was like that was like the most overplayed song last year. Like people would not shut up about it. I think the one thing I kind of hated about the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef was that like people was actually acting like Drake had a chance of winning, and it's like as far back as I can remember, nobody liked Drake. Like I went a long time. Like I will never understand. People was like, nah, man, Drake acting like he's the GOAT. Just like going, bro, nobody likes Drake. Nobody likes Drake. Like, show me somebody who likes Drake. I mean, I like his music. Oh, okay. I didn't know. He definitely has a following. I don't know this, but that's only because like I got like most of my but then again, also you have to understand I got like most of my my information about my pop culture information from like my Facebook wall. And I'm guessing everybody on my Facebook wall did not like Drake. So I would hear like so much. So like everybody would share like, oh, we hate Drake for this reason. We hate Drake for that reason. We hate Drake for this reason. We hate Drake for that reason. To which I say, who the heck is Drake? And then I found out who Drake was, and I'm like, oh, he's a rapper. I don't care. The longest time I thought Drake was like Dominican, and people was like, no, he's Canadian, which is worse. And I'm like going, oh man, I like Canadians. But that's only because I'm a wrestling fan. I like his old music. Anything after 2022 is pure trash to me. I could not tell you anything about this dude's old music. I remember listening to Drake one time on accident and thinking that he was Lil Wayne for like the longest time. I thought he was like Lil Wayne. Like I had this genre of rappers. I have this name for genre of rappers. I call them helium rappers. And I thought that Drake was just I thought Drake was literally just Lil Wayne on helium. What's your favorite Drake song? But like I call them helium rappers because they sound like they're on helium. Like how like when people suck in helium and everything sounds a little bit higher than that, and it sounds like really and it's just like stuff like that. But there was a time where it just felt like every rapper was sounding like that, and I'm just like, oh god, I can't listen to that because it's a little bit like this. Why do they all sound nasally and high pitched? Hard to pick a favorite, probably trust issues because I felt it. Oh, the sad part is that like part of me actually part of me actually did want to like Drake because he was like he was in touch with his feelings, and honestly, like I feel like that's probably the least terrible thing about him. But then I was like, no, he actually has like a lot of issues and stuff like that. Like I always found it kind of weird that it was like I always it's like for everything that the dude did and every terrible thing about him, one of the few redeeming qualities that he has is that he's in touch with his feelings, which is very challenging for dudes. So it's like that was like one of the few reasons why part of me wanted to like him. But then I realized I hate music, so it's like so it was like yeah, okay. I can't have a favorite musician. I hate music. Um which is like you know But people would be like, "Oh my god, I don't like him because he's sensitive, and I don't like him because he talks about his feelings. He talks about being sad." I was like, "What the man? There's nothing wrong with being sad. There's nothing wrong with talking about your feelings. What the heck?" All right. Who do y'all think is the most controversial musician right now? Oh crap, it's Diddy. Never mind. Drake singing kind of annoys me. That's why I only really listen to him rapping. Okay. One thing I will say is that like I can ease I definitely like the idea of people kind of being yes, it's Diddy, not even close. I was about to say who's the most controversial musical performer right now? I was like, yes, it's Diddy. It is currently Diddy. It's like nobody else. It's nobody else is Diddy a musician though. I mean, whoa, hold on. Is he? He he kind of is he? Wait. I mean, he made music. He made music. I wow. Wait, hold on. That's a good question. Okay, is he? Someone called him Diddy Liana. I don't know. Oh, Diddyliana. I don't know what that means. Diddy stole everyone else's talent. His own music sucks. That's a good question though. It's like because essentially he did. He kind of. I mean, wow. Joe. Wait, is he? What do y'all consider Diddy a musician? Because it's like she does have a wow. She really did something there. Oh wow. Okay. Damn. Okay. That is deep, right? Like that's very deep. Like he kind of did just sort of. He kind of did just ultimately steal a lot of. No, I would not be taking anything, Mr. Diller, because he's the one who does all the taking. Did he have 24 hours to respond? He ain't got to respond to nothing on here. Okay, he ain't got nothing. I don't want that man talking to me. Shoot, I don't want that man up in here. I don't want nobody thinking that I'm on good. I don't want anybody thinking that I'm on that man's side. And the inmate's going to be doing some taking too. I'm just trying to. Wow, it's like wow. Jovi actually brings up a good point because, like, as far back as I can tell, Diddy was always a rapper to me. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, thinking about it, it's like no, he was actually more of a producer, kind of like what Kanye West was doing. But then, like, nah, think about it. He was just there for certain things. He was like the guy in charge of the company. But now you kind of got to wonder, like, was he a musician? I wouldn't even say that he. I mean, he's a performer for sure. He was a performer. I feel like we can all agree on that. He did perform music. I can't even name one Diddy bar. It's like that's so crazy because Jovi just broke my brain with that one because she's not like she's. Is he? Dang, Jovi, you really just. I mean, Jovi, would you consider him a musician, Jovi? Would you consider him like you asked the question. Now I gotta know your input on this because you can't just like don't leave me on this. Don't leave me on this. Nope. Dang, okay, she didn't leave. She stayed and she stayed and stood on business. Diddy would offer us all honey buns topped with strawberries to be his friend. Bro, be calling MF's daddy. I mean, everybody calls. Like, the sad part is that, like, there was a time where every dude was calling their homies daddy. I remember that. That was a thing back in the day. That was an entertainer. Sure. Okay. Yeah. Like, I feel like that's a reasonable thing to say. Like, he was definitely an entertainer, but like, he was not a musician. Okay. Wow. That must have been the medieval MFs. Men used to call each other daddy, baby too. I was like, hey, yo, that was a thing. That was a thing back in the day. Guys used to be very, very, they were very ambiguous. I'll say that. So like, I do remember that because like I was never really into like, yeah, I remember I was never really into that sort of thing, and I remember people calling me weird for not being okay with that. But yeah, that was a thing back in the day, dude. That was a thing back in the day. It was a wild the 90s was a really wild time, Truant. The 90s is like it feels weird saying that, but yeah, the 90s was a pretty wild time specifically for dudes back then. It was weird. It was a weird time. It's kind of one of the reasons why I hated when guys be like, like acting all homophobic and stuff like that. Because it's like, bro, did you not like? Or you, dude said it like it was uncommon that Joe brought up a good point. I'm not saying that she didn't bring. I'm not making it seem like she didn't bring. I'm not trying to make it seem like it's uncommon. It's just like I never thought about it until she said it. I never thought about that until she brought that up. That it will always sort of like stress me out a little bit, like because like I never. Because like I said, I always was on the like. Because now they call him a rapper, and it's like, did he rap though? It's like we don't question that. Like that was the thing that we just never really. We never really questioned that. Like we never really just sat down and was like, yeah, that was like, was he a rapper? Can we call this dude a rapper? Like, yeah, he rapped too. I mean, he did, but I can't think of. I really can't think of like a bar from him. I can't think of a bar from him. I don't know. I'm just saying. Rapper, yeah. MC, nope. Nope. I like how Jovi's like staying on business with this because it's like she's like I said, she's a smart one when it comes to this sort of stuff. Like I don't like I'm not musically savvy like she is. Did you just say that there was time when guys called other guys daddy? That was a thing back in the day. I know. I thought it was weird too. That's because his bars weren't great. Guys were weird back then. I'm not like it's not me. Yeah, has maybe I've never heard any crap like that. Look, what in the world? I don't know what you sound like, and I feel like I've let MF call me daddy in real life. I never heard anything like that. That was a thing, dude. It was a thing. It was a thing. Like I said, like I was unpopular in school, so it never happened to me, but it was kind of like a thing for like the kids back in the day. But yeah, it was a thing. Like I said, it probably wasn't. It was wild. It was wilder times. This dude, I heard that. I never heard this dude talk before. Wayne kissed him on the mouth too. This dude typing in all caps, bro. This dude typing in all caps, bro. Oh my god. Okay. For reference, Megs is like probably the whoa, back to F. Yeah, he raps. Man, he's screaming in all caps. He had rap albums. I'm sorry. He's typing in all caps, and that signifies that he is screaming his lungs out right now. Oh my god, he is freaking out. Hey Megs, bro, blink twice if you crash it out, dog. I was screaming all caps, little game. I hear you. Hey, leave Lil Wayne alone, man. It's like that's like the most successful Louisianian right now. Well, he's one of the most successful Louisianians right now. Nope, Tyler Perry. Nope, Lil Wayne. Nope, Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry's a billionaire. Nope, wait, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's a billionaire. I'm not going off of financial. I'm not going off of money. I'm just going off of notoriety. And Lil Wayne's been famous much longer than Tyler Perry. Okay, yeah. That was just in your neck of the woods, bro. I'm not saying that it wasn't, dude. I've never heard that before. Hey, look, just so we're clear, I'm not saying this outside of my purview. I'm just saying I've heard it. If you've never heard it, I'm not going to tell you that you did, but I will say that I've heard it, and it is crazy. But also, like, I will say that, like, you know, I want to say from like the 70s to like maybe like the late 90s, dudes was doing some suspicious stuff. My girl's sitting here like, what? She's never heard that before. Is she also from Louisiana? Is she one of us? I think you said that before. Truant, this is some BS. Okay. This dude is freaking the airport. Bro, blink twice if you crash it out. Dead ass. Oh boy is God, man, he's mad. He's mad. This is probably the most worked up I've ever seen Megas. And Megas has been in here for a minute now. I'm not thinking about it. Megs, you've hung out with her brother for a while. I really appreciate that. But yeah, blink twice if you're crashing out. Oh God, now I feel bad. This was never a thing. Look, man, I'm not saying it. All I'm saying is the bits and pieces that I've seen, it happened where I was at. It happened in the area that I was in. And I was actually considered one of the weird ones for not wanting to be a part of it. But then again, I don't know. Maybe it was just a psyop for me. Maybe I'm just remembering stuff incorrectly. In any case, though, weird stuff has happened before. Imagine dapping a dude up while I say, that was a thing. I can't stress enough. That was a thing. That was a thing. Well, like I said, it was a thing in my school. How's work going? What the heck? I thought I got rid of this dude. Bazoop. I would have to get my hand sanitizer. Yo, real quick though, I get it. I understand that, like, you know, maybe it'll be. I understand that, like, people being bro got. Yeah, it's like I keep telling this dude, I don't like him. I don't want him around. I don't want him in my. I don't want him in my circle, and they just keep coming in. I don't understand. But yeah, like, but by the way, I don't do the homophobia stuff up in here. By the way, like, I understand that there's gonna be some moments up in here where, like, we joke, but like, I don't really, you know, a guy calling you daddy shouldn't make you freak out that much. I'm just saying. Shoot, I'm trying to think, like, because like I said, that was a thing. But also, it meant something different back in the day too. Like, it meant something different in the community that I was part of back in the day. Brother, King Jungle? Whoa, are you serious? Trenton, is that you? Brother, how you been? I've been fine. Trent, is that like, yo, Trent, is that? But I'm so sorry. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh crap. That was not okay. Dude. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Whoa. That's not his real name, y'all. That's not his real name. Oh my God. Holy crap, dude. It's been forever. Oh man. Okay. By the way, that's not his real name. That's what I used to call him back in the day. His real name is actually like something else. But I'm sorry. It's just I haven't seen you in forever, dude. Holy crap, guys! Don't do that. My bad, sir. My bad, sir. I didn't mean that. Oh my God, dude, it's been forever. How you been? All good. Oh my God, I cannot believe this. This is wild. Hey, I've been surviving. I've been surviving. I've been on again and off again, like struggling, trying not to struggle, surviving, not surviving. Oh my goodness, I cannot. It's so wild, dude. Oh my God, I didn't think I was going to hear from you anymore. Like last I checked, you were doing a-okay and like really busy. It's good to hear from you though. But yeah, like welcome to me trying to never anywhere else. Like, first of all, welcome to my attempt to try to make a second job out of going YouTube. Yeah, I've been busy, kids and such. Oh wow, you guys. First of all, congratulations on having a beautiful family. You came up with some zesty. Oh my God, you are man. Biggs, calm down. Like I said, I guess it meant something different back in the day. But also, dude, it's Louisiana. It's like a lot of stuff in Louisiana is zesty as heck, bro. Like, let's not act like Louisiana ain't zesty as heck, like in general. But man, well, first of all, congrats. I didn't even know you had kids, man. That's awesome. God, dog, I cannot. Wow, that is crazy. No, it's been forever. I just realized how long it's been. Getting old. Definitely getting old for sure. It's like imagine man, first of all, I'm like I said, I'm really glad that you like 13 years. It has been, holy crap. It really wow. Oh my God. It's been 13 years is a long time. Holy crap. Oh my God, my back. Oh my back. I just heard my back crack. Oh my goodness. But as you can obviously tell, this is what I do in my spare time. I'm trying to turn this into as you can obviously tell, this is what I'm trying to do as an attempt to make a second job. I do make a lot of YouTube videos in my spare time. I go live on here whenever I can. Is that someone you used to call daddy back in the day? No. I didn't call anybody daddy. Other people did. That was a thing back in the day. Like, I actually hated the word daddy because of this dude is he's giving me crap about it, but it's like that was a thing that I used to hear back in the day in high school. And people used to make fun of me for not doing it, my leg and my back. Yes, I am getting old for sure. Well, I'm getting older. The chronic depression is going to be a thing that's going to. However, King Jungle Cat, I did call him sir back in the day. Because, I did call him sir back in the day, but that's only because he was like my superior. And he was cool. He was cool as heck back in the. He was like really cool back in the day. And I used to think that I agitated him, but come to find out, I apparently didn't. But I do know that I am an annoying person, and I do know that I do get under people's skin. So I immediately assume that about everybody that I encounter. What is this? Who sent me what now? What's going on? Nah, dog, those were games. Had to play those games at that time. Look, man, I'm gonna I still consider you to be annoying. Who? I'm an annoying person, Jovi. You know this. You know this more than everybody else. I used to annoy the crap out of Jovi, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's probably Oh, we still on? Yes. I'm trying to break my record. Okay, here's the reason why I even did this live is because I had another camera that I'm using, and I don't know if it looks different than my last one, but I'm trying to see exactly how long I can do this thing for until it like crashes out on me or whatever. And also, I'm just really like I'm still on as long as everybody else is still on. But holy crap, dude, I did not. I would have never, like I said, yeah. I mean, those were games, but like I said, you're still the top dog, bro. uh, thanks for sticking around, Ashley Barrett. Or rather, well, thanks for coming back. I know that you're a very busy lady, and I know you have like whole life and stuff you do. But yes, I am very annoying, and I know that I'm annoying. So it's like that's the reason why I don't get upset when people like be like, "I don't like you, shut up, I don't care." It's like, I don't worry, I totally get it. It's like, don't worry, I totally get it. I know I can agitate people sometimes. My project, but yeah. I had to make myself dinner and have a mental breakdown, but I'm back and better. That's quite the that's quite the difference. Okay. I mean, how many of us has had a mental breakdown while how many of us has had a mental breakdown while trying to make some dinner? I mean, at least it wasn't for a Pepsi, just one Pepsi that they wouldn't give to you because you just wanted one Pepsi. You just sitting in your room and all of a sudden you just wanted a Pepsi. It's like, no, you're on drugs. It's like, no, you wanted a Pepsi, just one Pepsi, and they wouldn't give it to you. But you want just one Pepsi. I don't know how the song goes. But yeah. I forgot how that song goes, but yeah, like good song by the way. Just one Pepsi. How y'all doing out there though? Everything. I mean, I'll mental breakdown aside, mental breakdown while making dinner tracks. He was cool. Like, oh my god, Megs is like really. Megs, you're gonna hammer that home, aren't you? You do realize that the more you say it, the more you're kind of like confirming. You get what I'm saying? Like you're bringing it back, bro. That's you. That's you now. You're doing the thing. I'm actually screaming. Meg's taking this to the grave. That's what I'm saying. But the sad part is that, like, ironically, I'll hit you on Facebook. Let's catch up. I'll get your Discord from there if you're on it. Absolutely, yeah. I am on Discord, so feel free. Yeah, definitely. Really, glad to hear from you too, man. Someone gave me a lemon tree. What's a lemon tree? Or like an actual lemon tree? As it was good seeing you again, KGC. I mean KJC. It was awesome, man. Thank you again. Like an actual lemon tree? Life gave me lemons, literally. I'm all playing some MH. I forgot what MH stands for. Enjoy the night. You do the same there, brother. Love and peace to you. And dude, start streaming. Monster Hunter. Oh my god, I'm so smart. Wow. Nah, the only reason why I don't know what that game is, but I would never play it because I saw my roommate was playing it one time, and there was this giant monster up in there, and it was big, and it was big and it was fast. It was like a giant ape gorilla thing, and it had like lightning bolts. It was supposed to be like a reference to Goku because when it got mad, it turned yellow. But it was like really fast, and it was really strong, and it was jumping. And my roommate he had like this really big sword. And he just hammering away at this thing. He's just beating it up, right? And then you think that he's about to win, and he gets ready to go for a devastating blow, and this thing just bammo. I'm just like, it's like. I saw this dude just go from like, and here's a finishing blow, and this thing just goes boom, and I'm just like, oh my god, what do you do against that? What do you do against that? No, couldn't catch me playing that game, bro. I'm getting my butt whipped all over the place. Shoot, that game makes you humble quick. I forgot the name of the name of that ape thing, but like I said, it was basically like Goku, and it used like lightning bolts, and I just saw that punch, and that punch was like, it's just what do you do against these things, man? Just get beaten up all over the place. I'm sorry, no, I can keep that. Shoot, that dude said, "Sit down, be humble." AM to the PM, PM to the AM. Dodge, dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge. What do you feel about the Elder Scrolls 4 remake? I haven't seen it yet. I didn't even know there was an Elder Scrolls 4 remake. There's an Elder Scrolls 4 remake? Confirming that you were on some zesty stuff, no doubt. This dude is like mad as heck. Like, I'm not on some zesty stuff, dude. A lemon tree is a great gift. Shoot. I don't like lemons. Give me an orange tree instead. Do oranges grow on trees? Give me an orange tree. Oranges grow on trees, right? Hold on. No, oranges grow on vines. No. Oranges grow. Yesterday was Administrative Professionals Day. Hey, dope. Do oranges grow on trees? Okay, oranges do grow on trees. Wow, why did I not know that? Am I dumb? I'm dumb. I'm not a smart person. I forgot that oranges grew on trees. I thought that they grew on vines. I've never heard anybody say, "Hey, let's go pick some oranges from the orange vine." Yesterday was Administrative Professionals Day, so I got gifts from staff members and some homemade cards from kids. That's awesome. Manny would love a lemon tree. Lemons have lots of zest. Remember, Megas is like really ticked off that like he's really ticked off about the daddy thing. I'm not zesty, dude. I keep telling you, I was one of the few people who didn't say that. I just heard it a lot. Oh my God. This dude, he's mad at me. Like, Megs is like really mad at me about this. Like, you can tell. This dude is about to tell everybody, yeah, by the way, you know he's gay, right? It's like, I'm not. It's like, I just basically told y'all that I'm going to be like I just told y'all I'm going to be buying robots that look like ladies. The robots that I buy are going to look like women. The principal gave me a lemon tree. That is definitely a metaphor. Duck, dodge, dip, dodge, duck, dip, duck, dive, and dodge. I remember that from Dexter's Laboratory. Love that show. Megas is about to like have me. Megas is about to. That's from Dodgeball. Wait, I remember that from freaking, I don't know, maybe it was different, but I remember something similar on Dexter's Laboratory. But also, yeah, I like bro, it's freaking like Monster Hunter is just a Soulsborne's game. Monster Hunter is just a Soulsborne game for people who just who are just just tough. I don't know. Actually, one of the things, once I eventually get my console, I'm going to get a Soulsborne game. I don't know which game I'm going to get yet, but I'm going to get one of them. It's probably going to be like Bloodborne or something, or like Dark Souls or something like that. Or just have zest too. So quick heads up, everybody. Ibram Megas thinks I'm gay now. I'm not, but he thinks that I am, and he's going to probably just keep saying it from now on. I mean, you said it, not me, dude. But nah, that's what I'm saying though, is that like that's gonna be like crazy. That's gonna be like crazy. Like, I would love to get I want to get Dark Souls or either Bloodborne. I feel like Bloodborne is the easiest one, which is saying something because they're all like ridiculously complicated. Like, no, actually, Elden Ring is easy mode. I've seen Elden Ring. That game is not easy. What? when GTA 6 come out, I don't think no one's coming outside. Man, I don't believe that GTA 6 is happening until it happens. I don't believe in it. I don't believe that GTA 6 is happening. Like I no, like GTA 6 is not happening. Okay, it's been like 20 years. Okay, we are not. Matter of fact, Rockstar is staying in business right now under the promise of GTA 6. Okay, they're just telling you that it's going to happen, so that way it stays relevant. Like that way they like stay relevant as a development company or something. That's not happening in real life. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. It's not happening. You may as well wait for a sequel to Bully. You may as well wait for a sequel to Bully. You may as well wait for a sequel to you may as well wait for, I don't know, what's that other game? Red Dead Redemption 3, Civil War. I don't know, but like nah, they're not. With GTA 6, shoot, say if, bro. Be realistic. Ain't no way GTA 6 coming out next year. Ain't no way, dog. I don't. It's like, because if it does, bro, I feel like if GTA 6 does come out next year, that gives people way too much hope. I'm not mad. I am tripping though. That daddy stuff is just so wild. Bro said if. I said if, yeah. If GTA 6 happens. If GTA 6 happens. I want to have hope that GTA 6 is going to show up and is going to be like the answer to gaming's problems. But like, it's been so long, bro. We've got so much more stuff before GTA 6. We got Danielson versus Osprey before GTA 6, dog. GTA 6 is taking so long, it gotta be better than San Andreas at this point. Good luck. Oh no way. No way. San Andreas is a goat, bro. They may as well remake San Andreas. San Andreas is a goat. That ain't nothing topping. Ain't nothing getting over. Ain't nothing succeeding San Andreas. It's not gonna be better than San Andreas. Or rather, the fact that they're probably trying to make it better than San Andreas is probably why it's taking so long for it to be made. Dexter's mom was next level fine. Why? Yes, she was. She was basically the ideal 1950s. She was basically the ideal 1950s design for sure. Butch Hartman did not have to make that woman that big in the hips, but he did. He did that for us. He did that for kids. They're still making stuff for GTA 5. Man, bro, we are not seeing GTA 6. I love the meme of we got this before we got GTA 6. What's some things that's going to happen before GTA 6? I feel like that's a jokey. I feel like that's a funny question. We'll probably get what? World peace, a black pope, aliens coming to Earth. Let's see what else. What's something that's going to happen probably before GTA 6? Let's see. I don't know. We probably might find out that animals can talk. I feel like we're going to get talking animals before we get GTA 6. Did your body get adjusted to your job yet? Yeah, it did. A little bit. Nah, I don't think you're gay. I just think you came up with a lot of closeted gay dudes, though. I feel like that daddy stuff was coded language. Probably was. Dartez shows up in my video. Dartez is here? Oh, my God. Dartez is here? Is he? Can you see me right now? Dude, don't freak me out like that. Oh, my God. Oh, boy, that scared the hell out of me. Oh, my goodness. Don't freak me out like that. That happens before GTA 6. Dartez gonna show up before GTA 6. Nah, I'm good. Dartez is just somebody who I have a lot of respect for, who I don't want to come across as a lazy bum to. Even though my life did kind of hit a lot of snags since 2012. San Andreas was so good and so beyond its time. The sad part is San Andreas is like, man, but yeah, I'm good. Let's see. I'm trying to think of something else that shows up before. Like I said, Dartez pops up in my videos before Grand Theft Auto 6. Yo, I think the chat is lagging. It probably is. Uh, okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think of Hear me out. If GTA 6 come out, then the DLC got to be CJ returning after all these years. Yo, if we hear, oh man, here we go again. Yo, if we hear that in GTA 6, if we hear, oh snap, here we go again in GTA 6, world peace. That's happening. World peace. You're on a marathon today. Yeah, no, I was it's I'm testing out I'm testing not new camera, but I'm testing out my other camera. And also I'm just sticking around until like everybody else leaves. Like if I go, the goal wasn't really to stay around too long. But I got 9 people up in here now. Like if that 9 goes to 0, then that ends the live. Also, shout out to the 10 people who like this. I really am appreciative of it. But yeah, GTA 6, bro. If GTA 6 comes out and CJ shows up, world peace. Like, I feel like that's going to be the thing that's going to cause world peace. 1,000,000%. Like, that's happening. Like, maybe not world peace, but like the aliens are definitely going to show up and be like, beat boot, we've been here the whole time. Y'all actually the aliens. Beat boot, we wop. Y'all been the aliens the whole time, dog. Not us. Curious, how many channel members do you have? I don't know what that means. Are you talking to subscribers? Been thinking about doing the same for my channel. I don't know. I got like 5. They've been waiting 2 types. Oh yeah, I only got like 5, but like they suggested that I do it. Like I was telling them, yo, you guys don't have to do this, but it was like, nah, we support you, so we'll do it. I'm like, that's dope. I appreciate it. But yeah, if the aliens show up, it's going to be like Saints Row. Yes. Yo, what if they get aliens and say what if they get aliens in GTA 6? Yo, that's crazy. Yo, we're having way too much fun like speculating on what like GTA 6 is gonna be. And that's if the game even shows up, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro. Rockstar got the game. It's like, you guys want it? Y'all want it? You want it? Go get it. Reach for it. I'm telling you, bro. They're not like, bro, that's not happening. GTA 6 ain't happening. I'm just saying that right now. I want to believe it, but I don't. I don't believe it. Ooh, you got to be quicker than that. Exactly, bro. Like Rockstar messing with y'all, bro. Rockstar is like trolling people, bro. Like I'm telling you, that's happening. Like they trolling too much. Like, name a game that took this long to make. Didn't they say it's supposed to sell for like $100 during the first launch? I don't believe that either. It's supposed to be $100? Nah, dog. Miss me with that. I'm sorry. $100 like during the first launch? No way, dog. Nah, man, that is crazy. It's like, I want to believe that. That would be cool. That would be kind of cool because, like everybody, but that game, it's going to sell out like, bruh, $100? Shoot. That's crazy. That is wild, dog. That is wild. Shoot. That is crazy. Shoot. Hold on. Hold on. Is it possible with Nintendo making games on a Switch to $80? It's possible. Is it? Wait, is that happening? That's happening? Is that a real thing? Is that a real thing? Is that happening? Like the Switch 2 is gonna be $80? That sounds a little high, man. I remember back when like a new game would be like $30. Like it used to be like games will be. Yeah, like that's crazy, bro. Like that's too high. Like that's rent. That's rent. I'm sorry, no, that's not rent. That's less than rent, but you know, it's still pretty high, man. That's a quarter of a rent payment, man. Come on, dog. Like you know, let a brother. That is a real thing. Some games would be $80 for the Switch too. I can't believe that, man. That is wild. $80, bro. Come on, man. That's expensive, dog. I'm like that's a lot, but I'm poor, so it's like, of course, Nintendo. Why aren't people buying our games? But nah, Nintendo. Like the sad part is Nintendo can do some stuff like that because there's always like that one. There's that certain demographic of people that are most definitely going to buy their games. Will the Switch 2 really be $400? Who? First of all, is the Switch 2 even getting here? I keep hearing like, you know, the terrorists is like stopping that game from like coming to America. It's $500, man. Is the Switch 2 out? I almost had a tired. Bro, $400? Come on, man. Nintendo, bro, that's my childhood, bro. That really hurts my feelings a little bit. Pokemon, Legend of Zelda, like, you know, Mario. I am not paying $400 for a Switch. All right, show of hands of who's paying $400 for a Switch. Show of hands of who wants to pay $400 for a game in general. That's too much money. It's too much dang money, man. Come on, y'all wrong. They wrong. That's a card though. Hello, what's this? Hold on. In fairness, I was paying $80 in the 80s for Sega Master System games. I don't even want to think about Sega no more. Don't give me that. That hurts my feelings a little bit. You brought up Sega. I always wanted a Sega system, and I never got one. I want a Switch, but that's pretty high. The sad part is I want a Switch too. Wow. I want a Switch also. But like, you know, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, because like Nintendo games are fun. Nintendo games are very fun. And also Switch, you can play that game without a TV. So it's like it's portable. You can play it on the TV. You can play it with the little control sticks and all that other stuff. You can do all. You never had a Sega console? No, I didn't. We were poor. I grew up poor. That's a shame. You being sarcastic right now. I know what you're doing, Mister. I have every video game in my household. Give me one. Steam Deck, Switch free PC games on the Steam Deck is better than the Switch free PC games on the go. Wait, is it? Wait, can you hold on? Wait, is a Steam Deck like? Can you also do the same thing with the Steam Deck where you can like play on the screen and you go play on the screen and on like portable? Is it like that too? You can dock it if you buy one and set that up. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I could totally play that. Like that's dope. But is it expensive though? I used to cut grass when I was a kid to buy video games. There are controllers on the Switch 2. The controllers on the Switch 2 are magnetic mouses. Word? Wait, they're not like magnetic mouses. I don't know. Like, I don't know enough about video games to understand the reference there. Yeah, they are. Okay. But that's my whole thing is that like, you know, I do feel like I ain't gonna lie, I do want to play like because like I said, Nintendo is definitely like that's my childhood, man. Like I said, you got Mario, you got Mario, you got The Legend of Zelda, you got like, you know, Super Smash Brothers, you got like all of these spectacular games that came from Nintendo. And it's just like Nintendo really just be punching you in. They're like, you know, you want our stuff, but you want it? You know what you gotta do, right? You know what you gotta do, right? Pay up. Let's go. Shoot. Like what's that on? Like Conker's Bad Fur Day. Let's never forget that game. Let's never forget that absolute gem. The game that will never get done. That game will never get redone ever. Did they ever? They will not remaster Conker's Bad Fur Day. But I feel like if you request it, somebody will. Some artist will. In any case, though, I do also want to get like a PlayStation simply because like I want to start streaming like a lot of games from there. This is one game called Don't Starve that I fell in love with from way back when. A lot of people pockets gonna be held at gunpoint when the Switch 2 drops. Oh my god, bro! No, people gonna be scamming people. People gonna be scamming people when the Switch 2 drops. $400 for a Switch 2 doesn't sound too bad, honestly, considering how much Sony and Microsoft's consoles cost. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I think the PS5 is still $600, like still today. And the PS5 dropped like the PS5 dropped the PS what year did the PS5 drop? Hold on. It's like, I mean, when you say it like that, that do make sense. What year did the PS5 drop? $2020. The PS5 is 5 years old. I think the base PS5 model is like $400 now. Is it? I don't know. Like I haven't checked in a while, but and like how much is the Xbox now? Like how much is the most recent Xbox Series X is now? That is like, cause that's wild, bro. I mean, like I said, when you put it that way, you're right. Like it is, and like it does sound cheaper than the other two for sure. But like, it's still kind of. I mean, it's still kind of a punch in the mouth. You know what I mean? It's like Nintendo really just be out here just like beating up on us, man. Like Nintendo hurt my feelings too, because like you can't mod anything on there. You can't really be too creative with it. I don't mod personally, but it's like I do know that some people love doing that. Is Xbox still even in the game? Honestly, yes. I mean, like I don't think Call of Duty is like, I don't really think that Call of Duty is like, is hype as it used to be, but I like to think that Xbox still got skin in the game. You know what I mean? It's still, there's still some people like, yeah, it's still there. I mean, I feel like without E3, we can't get excited for this sort of stuff anymore. But like, I do feel like, there is some skin in the game for these new games and stuff like that. Shoot, especially it's like, I mean, dog, yeah. I still feel like, Xbox is still up in there. Xbox doing something. They still got skin up in that game, dude. They still doing something. Man, our technology is really crazy if you think about it. Not only games, but electronic mod vapes are literally computers that people vape from in their hands. I never understood the concept of vaping. I always thought it was just like how do you mod it? Like what are you modding specifically? Like how much smoke it goes in or what? Do they have an Xbox exclusive anymore? Halo and Gears are even going multi-platform. Are they? Are they? Wait, hold on. Wait. Halo is, bro. Don't tell me. Are you telling me that Halo? Can you play Halo on the PlayStation? Can you play Halo on the PlayStation? Yo, can you play Halo on the PlayStation? Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Hold up. Wait a minute. Multi-platform Halo? Hold on. Yeah, the Microsoft straight up said PlayStation won the console wars. You can't yet, but you will be able to. Look, all I'm saying is that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I don't care. I don't care how. I don't care when. That's a beautiful thing right there. Microsoft was a computer company. They decided to get their skin in the game for the video gaming community. That's fine. Console wars is dumb anyway. Like the world needs more more correlation, less competition. I don't care how controversial of a point that is. More correlation, less competition. Give us more games. Like, I want to be able to play a game against somebody who got Xbox on a PC. I want to be able to play a game on PC with somebody who's playing the same game on the Xbox. I don't care. That's the world I have a dream where Sony video game players and Xbox video game players can get together in harmony and play the same video game. They say judge not by the consoles that are in our house, but by the skills that we play our game. Can I get amen? Have you ever played Oculus VR? These games in virtual reality are really, really cool. I did play one of those games. I played the dancing one. I said, judge not. Nah, console wars are the reason for some of the best games. Name one game that was good. Name one game that benefited from the console wars. Oh crap. Okay. Guys, it's almost 8. I'm 8 minutes away from like 4 hours on this thing. And I'm very, very, very glad that y'all like stuck around, by the way. But once this thing hits 4 hours, I'm about to go ahead and like nail this I'm about to go ahead and like put a pin on it because I've been out for a long time now. And I'm very appreciative that you guys stuck around and everything like that. But y'all got lives, and I am interrupting that, I think. But also, I'm just glad that you guys stuck around. But God, 4 hours. By the way, shout out to Deadly Fish for giving me my amen. That's awesome, man. I love y'all. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Is that okay? My phone is at 1% anyway. Take it easy, y'all. I really appreciate that. Thank y'all very much. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna go to the 4 hour mark, but I don't know if y'all saw that or not. But my camera started to blur out a little bit. But the camera is getting tired. You see that, right? It's just like, hey, stay up, bro. I don't get tired. We don't get tired. We're from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Let's go. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys for sticking around. I'm very thankful that y'all are actually here. Hopefully we do this again very soon. I love talking about video games with y'all. Shout out to Deadly Fish for being coming in and putting his skin in the game, turning this into a conversation about gaming. Y'all are all spectacular people. But I do have to bounce. But before I do, obviously, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all my little leaving. Obviously, one thing, remember that you are not just a person, you are an experience. You can either choose to be a good experience, a bad experience, or no experience at all. You can I definitely recommend not being a bad experience. Remember to spread love and peace to everyone out there. And if you can't spread that, then spread nothing, because we're all kind of going through some stuff, and you don't need to be a +2 on somebody's bad day. Remember, being mean is mainstream, being kind is punk rock. And, spread kindness, spread joy, spread care. And we'll talk again. Love and peace to every single one of y'all out there. And be cool. I missed one. I know I did. But in any case, still got to go.